Check, check. 1, 2, 3. In the place to be. It's your boy Gaming Dad. Give me a second. I'm going to switch this on over. Good people. Welcome, good people. I know I'm a little shiny. You know, I was able to get me a little shower in beforehand and put a little oil on my scalp. So like my grandma, put a little oil on the scalp. Take this sip of this castor oil. Low key, listen, hey, good people, you having some issues with your gut. That means it's something that needs to leave out your butt. Sip a little castor oil, just a little bit. And you'll find out that your body will thank you for it. All right, good people, listen. Hey, you know what's again? It is Monday. We got one more Monday before we be like, pew, 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 pew. I played a little Switch today. Played some Graceful Explosion Machine. If you don't know about that game, look that game up. It was one of the first Switch games to come out. Graceful Explosion Machine. Super good game. It's a shooter. Not a first-person shooter, but like a flying shooter. Kind of reminds you of like if Centipede and Defender had a baby. That's what it'd be. Jay Biggs, what's going on with you, man? Get Jay Biggs on the board. I'm going to try to do the news a little earlier today. So I'm trying to give people a little time to get in here because, as people, you like to stroll in late. I ain't mad at them. Other streams is going on live right now. Obi-Wan, Player Essence. All in crowded on my Mondays. That's cool. Jack Black, what's going on, man? Hey, man, how you doing? Jack Black, did you get your a pre-order? Get Jack Black on the board. Gotcha. Jay Biggs says, I have Graceful Explosion Machine. Haven't played it in years. Man, I played it. Listen, I was the same way. I didn't play it in about a year. But I played it last week and fell right back in love with it. It's so good, man. It's so good and so hard at times. It's like, but it's satisfying when you beat that level. And then if you don't get the grade you want, you're like, man, forget that. I'm gonna go back and get it again. Yeah, so Graceful Explosion Machine, that was my jam. And Nintendo, man, listen, man, y'all gotta bring back Pac-Man 99. That's what I'm waiting on. Hoping to direct. He said, yeah, you got one. My guy. I need Pac-Man 99 to come back. Don't get me wrong, Tetris 99 is fun, but I need that pack. Please bring back Pac-Man 99. Nintendo, please. Now, that was my cup of tea. You talking about on a regular. They had a regular schedule. Like, listen, I'm going to play 3 games before I go to bed. That was my limit. 3 games of Pac-Man 99 because it's so addicting and so good that, I'm trying to win. Jack Black says, I think Nintendo Direct will be a week before launch. Listen, okay. Bazzard in the building. What's going on, my guy? Hold on, listen. I'm going to explain to you my thought process on the Direct real quick. Hey, Geeky. Your mom beat you to the chat. Hey, Miss Ellen, how you doing? 24/7 TV. A geeky chick. And I'm going to put Bazzard 2 and Geeky 2. CMG said, let's go, Knicks. I ain't mad at you. Listen, that was a good performance. After that choke game. Woo-wee, that choke game was something fierce. CMG's in the building. Did I forget anybody else? I think that's CMG too. Good people, listen, hey, you can get yourself an automatic second place on the board. All you need to do is become a member of the channel. $1.99 will get you, for a whole month, will get you an extra slot on the board every Monday night for the month. There are members on this channel. Got CMG, got Bazzard 24/7. And you also got a geeky chick, Guerrilla Tactics is also a member of the channel, so feel free. I give everything. You see, look, every Monday night. Think about it, this is episode 240, and so I've been giving a $10 eShop card out ever since I think day one. So that's almost $2,500 in giveaways. Crazy, right? Not even including like my Christmas specials. So this is my little old channel. We just try our best to do what we can. We keep moving, chucking along. So someone came at me on your first Steam Day video. He says, I said they did. I check it out. Week 1 away. Listen, man. So CMG, what is your plan of attack? Multi-man one-on-one is nearly time. Yes, sir, man. Welcome to the chat, man. Thanks for chiming in. You have just entered an opportunity to win a free Nintendo eShop card tonight. Y'all show multi-men, I think multi-men one-on-one. Show him some love in the chat. He has just got on for the win. I'm going to go back up and say what's up to everybody. I think I might have missed somebody. Who did I miss? Somebody. Montrack 3, man. I'm sorry, man. My brother. I know I seen your name pop up. I wanted to make sure I get you on the board. Let me just say hey to everybody. Go ahead and start from the top, tippy top. You can't see the very top, but Dion was first in the chat. Tormentor 20 says, hello to everyone. What's going on, my brother? Quake 311 says, family movie night. Casper released 30 years ago. That's crazy. And you know what's crazy? You know what? You probably really enjoy sharing that with your children. That's the dope part about old movies. Like to show my kids like Transformers, so good. I don't know, something going on. I got a little Twitch going on my stream. I don't know what's going on, but I can see it. It's like a little bit on my chat. I don't know what's going on, but I'm just gonna keep rolling with it until they just clunk out on me. Let's see. Dion says 9 days to go before 6-4 at 9 p.m. Yes, sir. That's why, listen, I didn't even count 10. I was like, listen, I know for sure by the time this stream starts, it's going to be 9 days before we in line at GameStop. Like, what up, though? Switch to day 1, baby. And listen, I will be excited once mine ship. I know that's right. I got one. My son is coming in the mail. And I know he's got to watch out for the mail because I can't. The crazy part is that my schedule is crazy. So I have to fly back out to Detroit like that morning. So like I'll pick mine up at midnight and then about at 3 in the morning, I'll be going to Atlanta airport and I'm catching a flight to Detroit. So I got enough time to get my stuff, get it home, maybe download the game, get it kind of set up, and then I got to be out of there. And my kids are going to take me to the airport, and then I got to make sure one of my kids come back and pick me up too. And then I got to fly to Detroit, so I'll enjoy it a little bit, but I got graduation, and then I fly right back like the next day. So I'll get down there on the 5th, and then I have to come right back on the 6th. I'll be all over the place. Let's see. Peace Fodder says, good evening. Welcome, my brother. Welcome. J Big says, what's up, everybody? Defender, buddy. Defender was that deal in the arcade, Dion. That Defender was the stuff, man. You know what? The only game that came close to Defender was what was that game on PlayStation? You got to help me out. If you got a PlayStation 3, it came out. It was like a pack-in game, I think, with the PlayStation 3. Oh, what was it? It was just like Defender, but you kind of went around in a circle. Oh, what was the name of that game? I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all help me out. But that was the game too, buddy. Jack Black in the building. J Big says we talked about this earlier. Got Grace Frozen Machine. Played it in years. Jack Black got his Switch 2 pre-order. Yes, sir. Where my sound effects at? Gotta give him some love. Ha. Let's see. I will give him the hand clap. I don't want to give him the crickets. Don't want to give him we're giving the harp. The harp in the building. JB says, I miss Pac-Man 99 too. Okay, let's get back to Jack Black's question. Jack Black says, I think Nintendo Direct will be a week before launch. All right, let's stop real quick. Let's talk about that. I believe it's going to be afterwards, but I so want it to be before. Let me tell you why. Because I think to have it before everybody else, it's just a bold move. It sets a precedent. It says, like, you know what? Listen, we Nintendo, we march by our own drum. And you know what? You thought we didn't have the games? We get all the games. Bam. I would love that. That would be like so. That would build the hype meter even more to get a Switch 2. I think it's a genius move. So I wouldn't care. I really want it to happen after because time-wise it works better for me. But I really want them to have it beforehand because I want to be like, dang, Nintendo, this what we doing this generation. So Geeky says, laugh out loud. You love that Pac-Man 99. Yes, Geeky, it was so fun. You listen, you know I like Pac-Man 99 because I went to GameStop and I bought one of these. That's how bad I like Pac-Man 99. I don't like the controller on this thing ain't the best, but it's fun. It's still like, you know, if I just need a quick little gator wave, you know, I can set it up and say, all right, let me give you 3 games. 3 games, I play it. But it ain't like Pac-Man 99. Pac-Man 99 was intense. It was super fast. This right here is a little slow, but Pac-Man 99 was fast. It was competitive. I loved it. Loved it. JB said they should have put the first Pac-Man Championship Edition on Switch. Absolutely. It was on the 3DS, and I had it. And then my daughter bum rushed me for it and stole it from me and then never gave it back. He never gave it back. I need to ask her about that. She probably don't even know where it is. I'm gonna ask her about that. I said I need that Pac-Man because Pac-Man Championship was good too. I still think Pac-Man 99 was a tad bit better because of the online play, but it was still a good game. All right, we hear the Knicks in it. CMG in the building. So what's up, Gaming Dad in the chat? Mind Track 3. JB says, go, New York, go, New York. Are they playing tonight? CMG says, man, those Steam Deck fans was tearing up my video on Steam Deck. Too funny. Yeah, listen. Hey, interaction is interaction, CMG. If you got it, you listen, negative or positive, you know what? Take it, brother. Take it. JB says, someone came at me on your first Steam Deck video. Oh, it's on the CMG. Okay. All right, let's see what else is. CMG says 1 week away from Switch 2. Multi-Man 101 in the building. Dub City, what's going on, man? In the building. Representing Sydney, Australia in the building. I know it's their morning time right now. Let me get you on the board. It says, good morning, Gaming Dad. Right back at you. Quake311 says, I think Dark Doom Ages Switch 2 port is a shoe-in for Microsoft represented on the Switch at Summer Games Fest. Listen, I didn't even put that on the schedule to talk about, but you're right. So much stuff is happening like right after. That's why I want Nintendo to go ahead and drop next week. Just go ahead, listen, Monday, Tuesday. This just, hey, Monday we got a Nintendo Switch 2 partner direct. Bloom. In your face. It's either that or it comes right after, almost back to their normal schedule. Because, you know, normally Nintendo, when it comes down to E3 time, it's always Microsoft, then it's Sony, Nintendo, like right at the days after. So maybe they go back to their regular schedule. I don't know. But I hope that's what's one room. I hope it's true. I hope it is like right around launch. Because I think that just, it'll do so much for pulling even more people in to getting a Switch too. Steve M says, I'm so busy with medical stuff, work, a trip coming up to a Power Rangers convention. And you coming to the A, Steve. Steve, you got coffee with games. What's going on, man? I am well today, man. But Steve, man, when you come to the A, man, listen, we gotta touch base. We gotta touch base. And listen, I'm an hour away from Atlanta. You know, I can scoop down there real quick. It wouldn't be nothing to drive an hour to come down there. So we gotta touch base. Don't forget, with 13 for 40, what days of the week is that? Because I know I'm not doing nothing that time. Let's see. Hold on, good people. I gotta look at this date. Yeah, but 13, 14 is a Friday and Saturday. Man, listen, Steve, I know for sure Saturday evening, I could definitely get down there. Friday evening, I can probably, it kind of depends. I got a client on Friday, and so if I got to drop that client off, then I can sweep on the way back. I can end up and shoot to Atlanta. It's like an hour from where I got to drop her off at. But if she has a visitation, then it's going to be tough for me to get back down there because I got to come all the way back north, then have to come back. It'll be tough. But Saturday should be good because I'll be like in the Woodstock area. So Woodstock is probably about maybe 45 minutes from the A. So let's make it happen. Coffee with Games, man. Thanks for coming through, man. Let me get you on the board. By you showing up tonight, you have just entered an opportunity to win yourself a free Nintendo eShop card. Courtesy of the Gaming Dad community. Got you on the board. We are good to go. Thanks, man. And I am well today. He says, Coffee Game says, we went through the 80s and 90s. Ones like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids with a few years ago. Listen, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, man. I seen that in the movie theater. That tell you, boy, that tell you, those are good times, man. Oh, man, I'm stripping. Then resize my screen. All right, there we go. All right, this is it's a multi-man with a game plan is going to midnight release. Absolutely. I got my pre-order, but my boy CMG, you know, he didn't get one he didn't get the pre-order one. So, you know, I'm asking for his plan of attack. So see how he's gonna go over there and navigate things. What's going on, Tariq? I see you in the building. Let me get you on the board. Tariq says, do you play Souls-like games? I played he said Night Rain is coming out this week. I purposefully have not played Elden Ring. The original plan when it came out, I was like, all right, I'm going to get it on the Steam Deck. I was like, all right, I'm going to play it on the Steam Deck because I wanted to have it portably. But then, you know what? Other games come into play, things get dragged. I said, all right, when it comes out on the Switch, I'm going to pick it up. So that's my plan. My plan is to pick it up on the Switch. Matter of fact, listen, where? I was just looking earlier. I was trying to find my copy of Dark Souls. I said I wanted to. It's certain games I want to play on the Switch too, just to replay. And Dark Souls is one of them. Dark Souls was hard, man. But I liked it though. It was just, I liked it. So yeah, I do play them. Oh, what's going on, Mo Wet in the building? Let me get you on the board. I know sometimes it seems like I got ADHD because one minute I'll be one conversation, then I see somebody pop up like, yeah, what's going on? Got you on the board. Boom. Yeah, I said Defender 1 and 2. No, man, it was another game on PlayStation. It came out on the PlayStation 3. Oh man, I listen. I have the game still. It's in my library. I just don't know what the name of it is. But it was just like Defender though. But it was super good. Ricardo, what's going on, sir? Get you on the board. I'll get to your comment in a sec. J Big says a week before launch is this week. I say end of June, we will have a direct. Yes, right, good people. Listen, if you have not jumped over on YouTube yet and got your vote on, get your vote on, man. We got a poll going over there right now. I'm trying to think if I can get it pulled up. Let's see where we at. All right, listen, this is where we at currently. So I like a list, a lot of votes already. Hold on. All right, so the question of the night was, next Nintendo Direct will be a week before launch, a week after launch, late June or late July. Or early July. No votes for early July. So we all believe that this Joker is coming in June. That's good. 28% says late June. 38% says week after launch of Switch 2, which logically I would go there. But I so wanted to come beforehand. Not because it works in my schedule, just because I just think it's a bold move for Nintendo. 34% believes the launch week of Nintendo. That would be so good. Ricardo says, that makes sense. I agree with you. Appreciate you. Candy, just like candy. Hashtags over me. Candy cuts it up, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all show Candy some love in the chat. Hey, Candy. Steve M says, I think the Direct is after launch, maybe even after the end of June before new Donkey Kong game comes out. I think we get two. I'm telling you, it's smart. You do it logically, you would do it the week after launch. And then you do a Donkey Kong Direct in July. You know what? You kill keeping your pulse on the game. Because think about, listen, there's some regular games that's coming out in July that's like regular Switch 1 games. So I'm still want to pick up. I mean, it's so much coming out. It's like, man, I don't know. All I got to say is, come on, listen, we need that Doom on this. It's so many games I want to play. I gotta make sure I manage my money though. Golly. So many games to play. You don't got a little bit of time, but you just want to get your hands on these games. CMG says, I'm going over to GameStop early, way before 3 a.m. to get that Switch 2. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Did they give you an idea how many they're going to get? I'm hoping by next Monday, I might get word of how many my GameStop is going to have. So I think if my GameStop gets a certain amount, you can base it upon, because my GameStop is kind of a smaller store. So they didn't get a huge amount of Switch 2. So it's not a big conglomerate store. So that can probably give you an idea how many more extra ones they're going to get. Shout out to Steve M, man, for showing these pictures over here on Discord. You can see, like, if you've seen other people channel, they didn't show it already today, but I'll put it out here in a minute, that, they got them in stores and lot cages right there for the public to see, which is crazy. Quake this says, weekly request for Dr. Mario. I would triple dip on Far Cry 5 if it were ported to the Switch 2. You know what? My son said the same thing. My son loved the Far Cry series. Oh, man. I remember one year I had to buy it for Christmas. See, I might pick mine up at Fort Monroe or 14 Union Square. Yeah, just get there, my brother. You should get there. You should live stream. Like, I'm in here. We got to get one to go to the crib. Dion, what you mean by tomorrow? Coffee with Game says, if a Steam Deck fan myself, if it's on the YouTube side, exactly what Games I said. Any comments on the topic are good things. Yeah, that's right. Good. It's good for business, buddy. It's good for business. I'm with you on that. Listen, everybody, listen, I'm glad I'm just not loyal to just one system. I'm a Nintendo fan, but listen, but I was a Nintendo fan when Like I still got my Wii U. It's right here in front of me. And I'm always gonna be a Nintendo fan. However, I was introduced to the Steam Deck, and I love the thing. Absolutely, phenomenal piece of hardware. CMG says, what is funny is I owned the Steam Deck before I sold mine back in May of 2020. Dang, man, it's not been that long. That's right, 'cause you got a Rogue Alley. That's right. So, okay, y'all conversating back and forth. I want to skip down, skip down. Still talking to CMG. Coffee again says, if Val has gotten the docking stuff right, ooh, a partner of mine said the same thing. Because it was still too many adjustments. You know what? People want to be able to just, plug and play. They don't have to figure. A lot of people don't want to have to figure things out, get settings right, and that's the only thing that kind of drew me back from, like my Legion Go. It's just like you kind of getting settings just right. But when you get them right, man, the game is like it's phenomenal. But I don't want to have to just get it right. I want to just plug and play. Cause I've been lazy. I'm a console player. I can say it. Kraken Shell 5, man, what's going on, sir? Good people, listen, do a brother a favor, man. Hit the like button, man. If you enjoy the content, you enjoy the conversation, man, I believe other people would also. But, hit the like button. So, so Nintendo might swing my way and put some other people in my direction. Kraken Shell 5, got you on the board. Coffee Grant says, they fixed the docking stuff with time, but it was seriously frustrating when I got the official Steam Deck dock. Felt like I wasted my money. Man, I agree. I can't even tell you what my dock is. That's how frustrating it was at the beginning. So maybe I need to go back to it and look at it. But you know what? You're having so many other things to do. It's like, man, I don't got time to keep beating this horse. That's how I felt. I was just beating a dead horse. Quay 3 Left says, school is out for you yet? Yeah, listen. Last week, matter of fact, really like the week before, because last week I took some days. And because I ain't had no kids, so I was like, well, I'm going to take me a couple of days. That took me a couple of days. So, yeah, it's officially summertime. Yeah, so I had a kind of a bittersweet end of my year because I don't work directly for the school district I work for a company called RISA, and RISA governs all the emotional behavior disorder classrooms across the state. And so they made a decision that I needed to move. It was to move to help out a different district because they're having so many issues that the staffing they got just can't handle it. So they moved me this year. So what that means for me is I had to quit being the basketball coach. So it sucks. After all this time building this team up and getting to a championship, going undefeated, I gotta let somebody else have my baby. So I'm gonna pray for those kids, man. Pray for those kids. CMG. Oh, you just talking to Coffee with Games. GT says, at Sharika, put me on the wheel. Mom's cancer is spreading. Okay, listen, we got something to pray for tonight. Not looking good. Might be taking some time away. Yes, man, I will pray for you, my brother. You smoke men in the building, man. Yes, man. Hey, man, listen, y'all show GT some love, man, in the chat. Let me get him on the board real quick. Tactics, Gorilla 2. Remember the channel. You smoke mid in the building. That name, buddy. You should just call yourself No Seeds. Listen, I must have had something serious because, I'm still coughing. But it's not as bad as it was, I'm still spitting up, but it's still not as bad as it was. But it is what it is. See, I'm just, oh, wow, you're in prayer. That's right, man. Yes, Jay, we gotta pray for this community, man. because life be life, and we all geeked up about gangs, things of that nature. But serious things are still happening in this world, man. We gotta keep praying for our people, especially people in this community. Coffee Gang says, "Gaming Dad, I did some bad math regarding day one Switch 2 numbers in stores a few weeks ago. I think the stores are going to have plenty for those that miss pre-orders. I think so too. I think so, especially when, at stores come back. And I think this was probably strategic on Nintendo's part. They probably only allocated so many to be pre-ordered and then says, hey, you know what, you're going to have some in-store, which should be good for a lot of people that's doing in-store purchases, because you give people an opportunity to come into your store and maybe buy something else. So, but I think it should be good. Dion Freeman says the Knicks. They talking about the Knicks. I wish we played the Lakers in the finals. Yeah, listen, man. I'm ready for LeBron to go ahead and hang him up. When LeBron was young, I was a LeBron fan. Listen, when he was young, when he was dunking on my Pistons, I was upset. But I enjoyed, thing because he had that youth. But then when he started building these super teams, I was like, All right, let's see. Cody says, we're a Nintendo family, but I think Steam has the best path forward right now, with maybe Microsoft trying to copy it. But I don't like the cloud stuff and the subscription model. I hate subscription. Yes. Okay, so let's talk about that for a hot second. You know what? I'm sorry, I got this all covered. I think Steam is not going anywhere. And listen, I'm going to be just as excited for a Steam Deck 2 as I am for a new Switch. Hands down, I will be. Because I like the ecosystem of Steam. Even though, I know these games, no matter what system comes out, I can be able to play these old games. Should be no issue. But I like the pricing. If I want me a good, cheap game, I can just hop in real quick and pick something on Steam. And then I like the fact, and I hope Nintendo does this. I hope Nintendo copies this. When they have games that go on sale on Steam, it just pops up on your phone. Bink. It's like a little notification. Oh, this game you put in your wish list, yeah, it's on sale right now. Come on and get it. I like that. Like, oh, I want to go over there and check and say, and then I might make an impulse buy. I like that. I hope Nintendo does something similar to that. Or just put a note, okay, hey, these games is coming out. Or better yet, in the Nintendo app, Nintendo just have like a weekly release list. Like, hey, these games are coming out this week. Check them out. CNG says, I like the New York Yankees versus the LA Dodgers. Listen, I'm sorry, man. Listen, that's not happening. You might go ahead and I'm going to let you know right now who going to be in the World Series. Them Detroit Tigers, baby. They playing their tails off right now. Carl said 100% plug and play, and Val showed it off in the trailer. There's a dock, but the docking station was horrible for well over a year. Sure was. And I wasted funds on the official Steam Deck. Yeah, it was crazy because the amount of time that you have to deal with. You kind of hate that. I hate that I hate wasting time. And so when companies come out, man, I hope it's a 4-track 800 in the building. So it's wet pasta in the building. I said I'm just gonna call you pasta. Wet pasta can get you on the board. Gotcha. We got 4-track 800 in the building. All right, let's see what comments we got. He says, Quay says, I too appreciate the convenience of gaming on consoles. I don't have time to troubleshoot the game to my matching specs. Yeah, my matching specs. Yeah, because sometimes you just don't want to figure around with it. It's just like an extra. I know I'm probably I probably should get over it. But when you come down time to really want to dig into a game, I want that thing to work. I don't want it to be like, oh man, what's going on? The game looks stupid. I don't want to go through all that. It says, like the new logo. I do like the new logo. That's tight. Craig got a new logo too. I like the tank. Ha ha, no C's indeed. We are so close to launch, bro. Listen. Man. I wish my son wasn't graduating. Like on that day. Like he graduated on the release day. I said, man, come on. I had to double check. I said, is it for real? I said, I gotta make it happen. I'm gonna be on the plane. I'm gonna try to live stream. I'm gonna try to live stream a little on the plane. Like, hey, I'm getting it in right now. Listen. I just want to make sure that any updates that I need to have updated gets updated, and I want to make sure that I have Cyberpunk ready to go. That's all I want. That's it. He said, yeah, and Costco is limited Switch 2 purchases to one system per member every 7 days. God almighty. Costco gonna make sure you ain't scapping it off us. You know what? I like that though. I like that. I don't have a Costco membership. I thought about getting one just because. And I got a Costco that this opened up not too long ago. That's from my house, so I'm thinking about it. But that's good. I wonder if Sam's gonna do the same thing. So if you have a Costco membership, that's where you can go check day one. To be honest, I think that's the better choice. I don't think a lot of people are like, I'm going to Costco. People ain't thinking about Costco's. I mean, they probably thinking about it now, but they really ain't thinking about Costco. So if you got a membership, absolutely, man. That's where you should be. CMG says, when the Switch 2 comes, we are going to be gaming like crazy. Listen, okay. So we got to plan a date. I got graduation, but I'm coming back on that Friday. So a Saturday night, we should do a prize tournament. Nah, I can't do no prize. I'm gonna lose. We should do a Mario Kart tournament. Yeah, that sounds good. On Saturday night, that's what we should do. Cause I'll get back on Friday. I know I gotta do some. I gotta record some videos. I just gotta do so much stuff. I gotta record some videos Friday and get everything ready to go. I gotta make sure I pack everything because I can't be slipping on my pimping. However, that's what we should do on Saturday. Right here live on the channel. Let's get it in. You Smoke Me says, throwing down at Mario Kart World is going to be fire. Listen, it's going to be absolutely outstanding. And with the mission mode, man, I was like, you know what? You can really get away with having just Mario Kart and be straight for a minute. But I gotta have Street Fighter though. Listen, I'm gonna try my best to get all my stuff downloaded because I want to be able to play. I want to be able to play until I get my reps in with Street Fighter day one. It says open world Mario Kart. Listen, Fortray says, "Hey, give me that. How's it going, man? It's going pretty good, man. I still got this little cold though. You see, I'm still coughing every now and then. But you know what, man? Listen, I ain't complaining. It could be worse. I'm just trying to stay hydrated. Trying to get some of this mucus about my system and get back fully healthy. Quake 311 says Buffalo Sabres tank. Oh, that's my favorite team. My favorite sport. 14 years without a playoff berth. Man, listen, don't worry. Listen, I'm a Lions fan. So, listen, I thoroughly understand. I think the Red Wings might be just as long. Shoot. he said, Costco Games says, I heard Costco's treat gamer console as toys, and as such, they have unlimited time on returns. Ah, that's interesting to know. I don't think nobody will return their Switch unless it's broke. So I can't verify that information, just saying what I've heard. All right, I appreciate that. Appreciate the comment. Dang, graduation on release day. I know. Might have to hold him back a grade now. Right. See, graduation day on release day just means a gaming dad will be sneaking the Switch 2 into graduation ceremony. I'm sorry, but my neighbor out here shooting. They shooting. I made you look. I'm afraid he letting them go outside. I just hope they shoot them bullets going that way, because they come through the house and hit somebody in this house, buddy. I'm going out there. The stream will end because I'll be out there going to jail. This is Pasta says, sign me up for the tournament. I'm gonna stream the Switch 2 as soon as I get it. Listen. Steve M said, I got 20 Steam Deck docks, a $20 Steam Deck dock from Amazon. But is it good, Steve? Let me get IR on the building. I be forgetting that IR is Steve. I be hyped to see him. Oh man, I ain't seen you in a long time. Ain't nobody with Steve. Oh man. So I feel you, gaming dad. You be ready to fight. Listen, cause yeah, they can go. They don't gotta be. I hate that they right next to my house, letting off, probably scaring my dogs. They probably didn't pee a little. All right, good. Listen, hey man, we got through all the comments. I'm kind of glad. Listen, couple quick things, is housekeeping things. Don't forget, if you're over on YouTube, we got our poll up. It says, hey, the next Nintendo Direct will be a week before launch, a week after launch, late June or early July. Go out there and get your vote on, because your vote matters. Currently, right now, with 43% is the week after launch. To me, that's just seems logical, you know. Then it puts Nintendo back on their usual E3 type of schedule. E3 SAS, Summer Games Fest, however you want to call it. I'm still calling it E3. I'm bucking the system. Also, listen, hey, you know what? $1.99, you can become a member of the channel. Give yourself an extra chance every time you log in and make a comment, to give yourself an extra chance to be on the board. Let's switch over to the board so for the newcomers can see what we got going on. Let's see. Boom. That's not the wheel. That's not it either. And I got this big old glowing face. Well, maybe we're going to figure that out, because right now the wheel is not showing. Let's go back here. All right. Let me see if I can fix that there. I did a good thing out there. I got to figure it out. It says, is a good dock for the price and has Ethernet and some USB ports on it. That's really all you need. I just want to be able to plug that thing in, and then, you know what, it's full screen. And you know what, I don't have any issues. $20 sound good. I would hate to pay for another dock though. I might have to wait. Maybe the new Steam Deck 2 might come with a dock. That's what it should come with a dock. All right, let me see, good people. I want to see if I want to show the wheel. There it is. There it is. It popped up. The cord just came unplugged. But right now, currently, we have 33 peoples on the wheels of steel. So feel free. If Gaming Dad wins tonight, who I'm going to give it to? I'm going to give it to newcomer, multi-man 101, If I win tonight, he gets the winning because he's new on the chat. Gotta show him some love. All right. Let's get to the news. All right, all right. This says stores starting to receive Nintendo Switch 2 consoles ahead of launch. Let's see if the pictures are shown here, or I might have to jump over to Discord. Nope, they don't show them here, but I'm gonna jump over to Discord. It says Target stores have started to receive stock of Switch 2 ahead of its long-awaited June 5th launch. A Target employee snapped an image of a delivery of Nintendo Switch 2 systems. Oh, that dude is fired. That dude is so fired. Oh man. So this particular store received 40 consoles, with 20 of them being the Mario Kart World Nintendo Switch 2 bundles, and 20 were standalone Nintendo Switch 2 systems. No doubt other stores will have started to receive their stock today. Why did it pop out again? I don't know what's the problem, good people. Maybe that fixes. It just that blue. Oh, there we go. Audio input change. Secondary input device change. Listen, hold on, good people. I gotta find out what's going on. Check 1 2. Okay, listen, my volume good. K1 says, hold on, let me get up here. K1 on the bill. What's going on? K1 says, how's it going, Gaming Dad? Can't believe Switch 2 is next week already. Man, listen, you and I both, man. The thing about it, listen, it was just January. You know what? We were just watching the reveal, like, oh man, it's the reveal. You know what? And now we like, dang, you know, send the release date. We watched that come through. Showed us some games, the release date. And now we here, buddy. This year has flown by. Listen, it's halfway done. This year has flown by, good people. We're gonna blink. We're gonna be talking about the holiday season and which games are we putting our money down on. K1, let me get you in the building. Let me get you on the board. Hold on. Let me pop back real quick. Come on. There we go. Let me get K. All right, you got K1 on the board. New Cap jumped in there. What's going on, sir? New Cap 7. All right. It's K1 says, do you have anything paid off now? I had day one, I paid my original Switch off, and my son's, I got about $100 left on my son. I paid off my camera, and I paid off Cyberpunk. I still owe money on like the controller, but I'm gonna try to see if, you know, because my son works for GameStop now. That's crazy, right? So I'm trying to get him to buy the controller and stuff, so this way I don't gotta pay for it, and I can get that discount. I'm trying to see if he can buy buy his brother's system too. I don't care about mine because mine's already paid for. But you know, if I can save some money, man, I'm trying to save some money. I'm like, come on, man, listen, I need to put gas in the car so we can get to work. All right, New Cap says, hey man, what's going on, my brother? All right, let me get back to this here. So okay, let's look at the pictures real quick. I had to pull it up on Discord. Thanks to Steve M in the building, IR with the pictures. There they go, right there in the crate. That's crazy for them to put it out there on the block. Now, because at a Walmart, somebody put a Nintendo Switch Lite out there 10 days early and allowed your boy to pay for it. And I was like, buddy, let's go. And before you know it, we had Gaming Dad in the building. Ready to go in the box, man. I don't know how you just put it out here in this cage, but it is what it is. Let's see. So I guess it was here, and then they turned around and put it in the other one. It said, hold on. Steve posted something else in Discord. He says, Switch 2 physical release of Street Fighter 6 Years 1 and 2 Fighter Edition includes the Year 1 and 2 DLC as a code in the box. So it's not going to be all on the game. Okay, either way, it didn't matter. So if you listen, low key, if you just want to get Street Fighter the game without the DLC, it's $40 on the Switch 2. I don't think a lot of people know that. If you didn't care nothing about the DLC, you just want the game. The game is $40 without any DLC. You can buy that right now online. But if you want the DLC too, it's just the extra $20. You get them both. So either way, I'm definitely picking up Street Fighter. Let's see. Let me get back here. Jay Big says, next Monday or Tuesday, I will sacrifice my OLED and Series S for the Nintendo Switch 2. We will salute them. As they go off into paradise of the GameStop bins. Jay Big says, did anyone get to order the GameCube controller? I ordered mine last Thursday. I tried, man, but then it was like, we're out. We don't have any more. Matter of fact, let's look at that. Let me see. Can I hop on right now and make it happen? Let's see. Nintendo. Let's see if I can purchase that bad boy. Nintendo Store. Start shopping. Last time I checked, it was like, nope, we out. GameCube. No, I want the controller. Hold on, good people. I'm gonna try one more time. Don't. GameCube controller. All right, let's see what they got down here. All right, they got. Listen, before I didn't even have a pre-purchase. It was like, nope, you can't get it. All right, listen, I'm gonna pre-order this bad boy. Let's get it. What's happening? Secure checkout. Let's do it. Okay, now. Yeah, all right, come on, I act right. See, now it's tripping on me. See, fill it out. Man, it's playing me. I'm trying to order this darn thing. Come on, now I don't want to do all that. This my bad, good people. Listen, he got me hyped. I'm trying to get this bad boy. Man, this way. See, I should have just waited. I couldn't wait. Impulse. This is an impulse buy. But I wanted the controller. Listen, I missed out on the Nintendo 64 controller. Ah man, listen, I have to take standard. I don't need nothing special. Continue with payment. Listen. Come on now. Let's show me. Give me my options. Yeah, listen. That we want this Apple Pay. Check out with Apple Pay. Yeah. Come on now. Show me I secured the bag. Success. Your boy picked up one live on stream. I appreciate you. Hold on, let me go back and read some of these comments. He said I need that girl Alina. I'm getting the full price. Yeah, listen, right. I'm getting the full price at Street Fighter Five. J Biggs, you any good at Street Fighter Five? It's been a minute since I really got into it, so I'm gonna practice first before I get back into the ring. But I was a Chung Lee guy. Okay, listen, I can't give you no feedback right now, Nintendo. They want you to keep talking to them. Like, nah, I got other things to do. J Biggs says, I've been playing Halo Anniversary from Master Chief Collection for the last few days. Ooh. Man, listen, let me tell you how excited I'm going to be when they say Halo coming to Switch. I'm going to be off the chain. I'm like, yes. That's what I really want to come to Switch 2 is Master Chief, because I was me and my son always say, like, man, this will be so good in play in portable mode. And to have it kind of like on the Steam Deck, like I played it on my Steam Deck and played it on my Legion Go, but once again, that whole process. But I love Halo. Love Halo. So I never played 5. See, listen, I didn't play 5 either. I was 4 was the last one I really dug into. I skipped on 5. I was like, I'm getting back in on 6. So I always sucked online, but I could win a match here and there. Yep, same here. So good. It's like we on the same speed. Yeah, listen. Yes, do that, JB. You know what? Also, man, it's a section. It's a section in my Discord where you should better go. It's like a friend code section, and mine is right there. You copy mine and become my friend as well. As a matter of fact, you on Discord, man. Listen, hey, we got a section for your friend code. Drop your friend code in there. Hook up with your boy Gaming Dad. We know we're gonna make it happen, and we're gonna pass a lot of good times on this stream with this Switch 2. All right. Let's get to the next story. Let's see. 52% of third-party Switch 2 physical game sales are game key card, according to Amazon Japan. But none of them are Nintendo's. You know what I'm saying? Nintendo's is all on the cartridge. That's why I was like, I got a couple bundles, but my son, he got I'm gonna give him my digital code, because I got to get my stuff. I got to get my pre-order and then jet all the way to what's your name of that store? Best Buy, so I can pick up my Mario Kart and my other controller. I'm gonna be all over the place, and then got to turn around and get right on the plane. I'm gonna play for a little bit, and I'm gonna be nighty night. Matter of fact, I gotta let my dad know I'm coming home too. He says, JB said, I've been playing Ultra Street Fighter 2 on the Switch in the 30th anniversary. Yes. Oh, I haven't played. Listen, I got that. Matter of fact, I'm looking at it right now. I get it. It's right here in front of me. I probably need to get on and start getting my play in. But you know what? Listen, overall, man, listen, I did not like the D-pad on the Switch 2 controller. I hope this new controller, we don't have those issues, but it was just a little too stiff. I didn't like that. All right. So let's read this article here. It says the top 5 best-selling Nintendo Switch 2 physical releases are Mario Kart World. This is pre-orders, 2,200 units. Donkey Kong Bonanza, 1,050 units. So Ruin Factor Guardians of Azuma Nintendo Switch 2 edition, 900 units. Tamagotchi Plaza Nintendo Switch 2 edition, 800 units, and Yakuza Zero Director's Cut with 700 units. Out of the top 5 best-selling physical games, 4 are completely new titles, and 1, Yakuza Director's Cut, is a late port coming to Nintendo Switch 2. In addition, Yakuza Zero Director's Cut is the only title that is on a game keycard. But how are game keycards faring against game cards release? Generally speaking, they seem to be holding up well. Game keycards such as Yakuza Zero Director's Cut with 700 units and Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster at 500 units are selling better or the same as game card releases such as Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. Okay, that's interesting. I would think, like, you know what? Well, it might be a little bit different over in Japan because, you know, Japan, you know, they have the condensed size because there's so many people over there. I think that sale is gonna be different over here in the States. I think Cyberpunk was going to do very well. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Nintendo Switch 2 edition is at 300 units, and the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is at 200 units. Game key cards. You know what, man? Listen, I'm just, you know what? It's gonna be one of those things where I kind of feel like, you know what, I'm going to support more systems that that have the option of putting the whole game on the cartridge. The more and more I hear about that, I'm probably going to support them just for the sake of supporting them because of that. Let's see. So all Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive software game cards over 3,700 units, which is 41%. Okay, so the majority of people are buying the games on like, I think that, you know, probably a lot of that is probably Mario. All the Mario games is going to be fully on the game card. %29 of their pre-orders is game key cards. That's a lot, man. All the Nintendo Switch 2 edition game cards are at 28%. Well, all the Nintendo Switch 2 software code in box is over 50 units. So people ain't trying to hear that code in box stuff. Like, nobody, listen. To me it's just a waste of time. If you gonna put the game in the box with a code, I don't want it. I might just buy it digital. That to me, that's stupid. Matter of fact, I had a game over. I had to, you know, kind of go through my games to see if I got some games I'm gonna take back. I ended up figuring I got 3 games I'm probably gonna sell back, but I tried to sell Overwatch. I forgot, like, Overwatch had the code in the box. I said, man, don't even play that game no more. All right, let's see. Let's see, Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive software, game key cards. So I'm tearing this name up. Zero Director's Cut is over 700 units. Let's see, how did Street Fighter do? Street Fighter 6, 1 and 2, over 400 units. Dragman's Dogma. Listen, I pre-ordered Dragman's Dogma. I'm picking that up because that's on the card. But no, matter of fact, it's not on the card over in Japan, though. Japan, they get a key card. But over here in the States, you get the whole game on a card. I wonder why they do that. I would tell you, listen, it's not a whole lot of games that I'm going to be picking up like day one off this list. Like Survivor Kids, no. Wild Hearts S Might, um, No Sleep, nope. That's not. Pure Pure Tetris, nope. I didn't buy it on the Switch. Um, Demon X Machina, yes. Wise X, nah. What's it? Kusamogami, what is it called? A Path of Godliness, maybe. I gotta do some research on that. Street Fighter 6 is gonna get got. Yuka Zero might. It'd be a delay. But I might have to pick up Super Mario Party Jamboree. Only because I know my son in Michigan, he likes it. My daughter owns it. You know what? I might pick it up just so I can, be playing. We can all kind of play together. Anybody picking up Kirby Forgotten Land? That's a good question. Are you picking up Kirby Forgotten Land Nintendo Edition? To me, out of all the Nintendo editions, this is probably the most intriguing because the fact it's adding extra levels to it. It's like, so you think about it, like I own the game. Would I pay for the upgrade? I might. I just might. Fast Fusion. Listen, Jay Bill, I'm so glad you brought that game up. Fast Fusion, I've already pre-ordered and paid for that joker. That's definitely a digital. It says Mario Kart comes with Switch 2, Street Fighter 6, Cyberpunk, and Fast Fusion. Yep. That sounds like me right there. I got a Pro controller and I got the camera. And I'm thinking about Jamboree. But there's too many games coming out. Man, has anybody seen the footage of Shinobi? Hey Megan, how you doing? Has anybody seen the footage of Shinobi? Man, you better check that out, buddy. I said, oh, buddy, day one, give me that Shinobi. Give me that Ninja Gaiden. Either one. People call it Ninja Gaiden. It's probably Gaiden. It don't matter. Hold, let me back out. Let me get Megan on the board. All right. Megan on the board. Megan, don't forget to hit that like button for me. Oh, here we go. Man, I tell you. All right, and get Megan's full name on there. All right, got Megan on the board. CMG says, nope, not yet. Said, I don't mess with Kirby, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Pikmin, Yoshi, Mario Kart, sports games. What? There's a couple of them sports games I do mess with, like GameCube, Mario Strikers. We getting that in, buddy. Getting it in. Wii Sports, it will always be, I will always have that gag. That game is just too fun. Mario Party is okay. It's okay with friends. It's decent. But Fast Fusion? Absolutely. Download, please. All right. Let me get back to the. So you got a bunch of Nintendo Switch 2 stuff over in Japan. I mean, the sales is going to be absolutely phenomenal because Nintendo Switch 2 has sold over 60,000 units on Amazon Japan. They not playing, I'm telling you. Nintendo, it's another story. I'm not even gonna go into all these different numbers. This no 60,000 been sold on Amazon in Japan. But I want to, where's the allocation at? I got a story about the allocation over in Japan. It's like over 2 million. Here it is. Nintendo Switch 2 day one shipment in Japan estimated to be over 1.2 million units, which is crazy to even have. They even found that thought that it's going to be that many um, getting ready to get they shipped on in one region. That's what people understand. This is just one region. This is half of what they allocated for the entire Switch 1. I think it was more than that. I think it might have been less than that. No, I think it's about right. I think it was like, it's either 2 or 3 million. They had, I don't even think so. I think I'm wrong. I think it's half of that. Not even half of that. That's crazy for one region, not including the US, which is the biggest gaming region. Coffee with Gang says, I will say this. I think everybody should temper sales expectations because the launch sale should be awesome for a new system. You know what? Listen, I think a lot of people compare it to the original Switch, and the original Switch launch was really, really good. But I think it's more than that. I think why people are hyped is because you can look at how many people currently have a Switch. So now you got 100. You coming off 150 plus million people worldwide that have a current Switch, and I would say if you took 20% of that, let's say 20% of that 150 people, 50 million people are people that want to upgrade. That's 30 million Switches. That's 30 million people that want to upgrade their current Switch. Not the loan, people who own multiple Switches in their household. Like I can tell you right now, listen, my daughter, her boyfriend, all 4 of my sons, let's say 3 of my sons, my daughter, her boyfriend, myself. That's 6 Switches day one. 6, and not just one family. 6 of those bad boys day one. Just imagine. Back in the day when people would get one console, it'd be one household because it's like one TV, maybe 2, and it was the only TV where you can play on. Well, that's different. But when you got 6 of them, sheesh. Coffee says, here's my question. How many of those 150 million are 2 Switch households? Granted, that's my point. That's why I think the sales number, you shouldn't temper them. They should be off the chain because you're going to have people. If 20% of that 150 million would just want to say, hey, I want to upgrade. That's still 300. That's still 30 million Switches. I think they get that. I believe, Nintendo has forecast 15 million Switch 2s between now and the beginning and into their fiscal year's end of March. I wholeheartedly believe if Nintendo can make 20 million units, they'll sell every last one of them. Because the advertising even hasn't started rolling yet. Just imagine this advertisement start going downhill. You wait till these news outlets start reporting on everybody picking this game up and the positivity that comes along with it. You wait till this next Nintendo Direct. I'm telling you, listen, we are just at the tip. I believe this first year, buddy, it's gonna be crazy. Matter of fact, these first 2 years are gonna be crazy because you know what? I don't even think we get a Mario this year. And I think we get a Mario the beginning of next year because the movie comes out in March. I think you get a Mario around the same time as that movie. So not only do you have new stores open up in San Francisco and a new store in Florida they kind of really ain't talking about. Because they got a new store inside the City Walks area of Universal. And then, of course, they got the theme park. So it's stores inside the theme park. So you got new stores is opening up. You got a new movie dropping this year, and then you got another. Then you got a Zelda movie the year after. Come on, man, this it is about to snowball. Let me go back up to some of these comments. I missed some. He said, and are we seeing nearly the same situation with the Wii to Wii U situation, right? No, I'm going to tell you why it's not. Because with the Wii U, their marketing was totally confusing. They didn't give you a reason to even own a Wii U. Their marketing was crazy. They had a gamepad, and then they had a system that looked just like a Wii. And people was like, why do I need it? It looks just like the Wii. You know what? So their marketing was terrible. This generation, there's a clear cut separation. You got Switch and you have Switch 2. The marketing alone is going to push people to this new system. You have a Mario Kart World game that's launching with the system, and that game can play 24 characters online. It does something different than Mario Kart 8, totally. And then with the added on third parties to kind of like foster it, and you let GTA 6 whistle its way over into the system, which is very possible because it's confirmed that GTA 6 will be on the Series S. I'm telling you, it's just the beginning, man. Jay Biggs says, I'm sure the same thing will, after a while, people will buy multiple Switches. Yeah, absolutely. And just listen, think about it this way, and just wait. 2027, we're going to get a light. And listen, and I will be picking up a light. Listen, I can't even imagine what a light going to look like. Kobe said, we have 2 Switch households, but we don't have double the software sold here. Listen, the software is not going to be an issue. Because as long as the system sells, the software is going to sell. Like, I think like Cyberpunk was really, really smart to get in the beginning, because it's going to turn into an evergreen title, especially if it's any good and they keep updating that bad boy. It's going to continue to get some love until they eventually say GTA 6 coming to Switch 2, and then you might not be talking about Cyberpunk no more. He said, me, myself, I have 4 Switches in this order. V1, gray light, OLED, blue light. Shoot, me, myself, I got 3. I got in this order, mine is Switch Lite. Then it's the Mario Switch. And then it's an OLED. So that's one person, 3. I'm not even going to tell you, probably totally as a family. Because my son, listen, all my sons got lights. My daughter got an OLED. So she got a OG and OLED. My sons got OLEDs. I mean, it's only that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 switches in this house. As a family. If I add my son, 14, 15. I forgot my son Tyler has one too. 15 switches. Crazy. I think I bought the majority of them, but not this go around. My daughter buying her own. My son David is buying his own. My son Tyler don't even want one. I said, good, good, good. Congress said, I think we get a Mario to coincide with the movie. Yep. But they missed the first movie entirely with a game which was 100% stupid. But listen, I agree that was probably one of the best deal. However, what they saw was a rise in their software after the movie. Like, certain games jumped tremendously in popularity and sale prices after the movie. Like, all the Mario games got extra popular after the movie. So they see the benefits of having software to coincide with the movie. And so it's on and popping to come next year. He said, yes, Nintendo America messed up the launch ads. I wrote about it at the time, even redid their ad before the Wii U launch. Yeah. Yeah, and it caused too many confusion. Smooth Life. I like the name Smooth Life. He says, a lot of casual buyers at the time didn't know what the Wii U was, a sequel console. Yeah, the marketing was absolutely terrible. And with that level of confusion, people backed away from it. And that's the reason why it only sold 13 million. Nintendo has the possibility within its first couple of months to outsell the Wii U, which is crazy. Smooth Life, man. Welcome to the stream, man. Listen, let me get you onto the wheel. We give out our free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night, man. Your comment has qualified you to get in where you fit in. Smooth Life. Appreciate you on the board. We had 37 people, good people. All right, let's jump back over here. CMG says, man, I can't wait. Colorful Game says, but do we really think consumers didn't know the Wii U was new over the entire of its life? You listen, yes. I'm gonna tell you why. If you think about this community here, what we are really a small part of gaming because we kind of invest in it. We look at the news, we get on podcasts, but the average Joe Blow don't care nothing about it. And I know this from talking with my friends, from talking to average kids. You know what? When they think of video games, these kids think Fortnite. These kids is about that Fortnite life, big time. And so what's going to get them interested into a Switch is once they start seeing the commercials for Fortnite. Matter of fact, another game that I will be downloading day one. Gotta have that Fortnite ready to go, because that's gonna be crucial. But it's the population that Nintendo is aiming for. My only concerns with the Switch 2 going forward is that Nintendo does not have a legit. The pricing is really out of most parents' pockets. And so some parents are going to pick it up, and some parents are going to be like, nope. See, the Switch was an easier impulse buy. The Switch Lite was definitely an impulse buy, but Nintendo doesn't have that. And so till a Lite comes out to replace that or put that, at that price mode in there, Nintendo is going to be strictly, at selling it to people who are mostly already Switch owners, have seen Mario Kart enough and enough advertisement to say, you know what, I want to be a part of Mario Kart. So I don't know that Nintendo has showed much to bring the casual gamers to Switch 2 yet. They have not. Even though Mario Kart is going to be that game that convinced people to come over, they don't have enough yet. You know what? But think about it. I think by this holiday they will. I think by this holiday, once these kids see Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, probably Kirby, and maybe some other game, it'll be enough to say, ooh, you know what? Let's get this for our kids for Christmas. Yes, but right now I agree. They don't have enough. So I really think they're close to a Wii U situation here. But I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, I still disagree, only because the marketing, I'm telling you, the marketing is different. They haven't put a lot out there. And they still have the Switch 1 to deal with those, what I call Nintendo's core audience, the 4, 5, 6, 7-year-olds. And I still think a Switch Lite at $200 it will suffice people. There are tons of games that keep that crowd happy before people start really jumping on the Switch 2. So Nintendo as a company is going to be a crazy amount of money. I would tell you again, I've told you before, you should invest in Nintendo. I'll predict their stock prices are going to jump another $5 before they start to really mellow out. So I would definitely buy Nintendo stock because, you're bound to make some money off of it. CMG says, that's a whole lot of Switches. Yeah, I got a whole lot of kids. Smooth Life says the casual audience is much larger portion of the market share. Yeah, that's the reason why Nintendo in this first year they're gonna get quite a few people that are hardcore gamers that's gonna upgrade. And so that would give Nintendo enough time to kind of build that niche to say, hey, Christmas time, everyone wants the latest and greatest, so they'll get a portion of that market then. But what's gonna turn them really towards the Switch 2 is gonna be the Mario movie. It's gonna be the Mario movie mixed in with a new Mario game to back it, and that 1-2 punch is going to bring a ton of people. Now we tend to forget how big Pokemon is. Pokemon is going to get a ton of people coming to the system. But this is the part of it that's still like, okay, Nintendo, I think they're not really worried about this year. It's because Pokemon is going to be on the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. And then the benefits of coming to the Switch 2 is going to be graphical. Now, we forget there's Metroid. Even though Metroid has never been a system selling, but it's going to sell this system, especially to more hardcore gamers, it's because of the fact of playing this game in 120 frames per second is enticing. Hey, champ, my son is... Listen, I got other children in this household, and they won't even jump on my stream to say nothing. But my son in Michigan, boy, he jumps on. You know what, Dave? I will be in Michigan on Wednesday, coming to take Tyler's pictures. If you feel like, hey, I don't got nothing to do, you want to slide on down to Detroit, come see your pops, man. All right, let me get Dave on the board. Dave is trying to win him some Nintendo eShop cards as well. All right. Jay Big says, I think Wonder was supposed to come out closer to the movie. Yeah, it did come out like later that year of the movie. Yeah, Wonder would have been phenomenal to match with that movie. That's why this next one, it has to be in line and part. That's why I like, you know what? Take their time. Listen, Nintendo, take your time on a new Mario, 3D Mario. Take your time. Just make it right. I want it to be good. I don't need it to be rushed. I don't want to be like, I want that bad boy to be like, this is game of the year. That's what I want. So my son is probably at work. He's chimed in. CMG says, yeah, that Wii U was a disaster, but so underrated. You listen, I totally agree. Splatoon 1 was that game that was like, oh, man, this is fun. Man, more people should be on. That game is fun. There's so many. Nintendo Land, I hope somehow, some way, they figure out a way to bring Nintendo Land to the Switch 2. Because Nintendo Land, to this day, is still crazy fun. To this day, on the Wii U, that game is still remarkable. Smooth Life says, oh, yeah, I love my Wii U. Yeah, listen, I was a big fan of mine. I used to take my Wii U with me to work. Plug it up at the end of the hallway, be on the other end, playing 2K13. Good old days, man. Captain C in the building. What's going on with you? So, yo, Gaming Dad, what's up? What are your thoughts on Battlefield 2 resurgence happening right now? That's wild. Listen, these companies who have these options to bring these games, you got a new system coming out, man. To me, this is an easy remake and drop on the Switch. You trying to make money, man? This is easy. Battlefield 2 was that deal. I ain't gonna front. Battlefield 2 was good on the PS2. It was good on the PSP. It was good. But I'm with Dion on this next comment. Dion says, I am ready to play Red Dead 2 on the Switch. Oh, no, this is Red Dead. You ain't trying to whip. I want to play 2 on the Switch too. But you know what? Listen, I got Red Dead 1 for the Switch, so I'm going to see how it plays. I hope they got a nice, smooth update for day one. And I wonder how many games is going to get them updates. I'm going to be going through a lot of games, trying them out, see how they play, see what we got going on. So you can be either buyer beware or you need to tell you something else I've been doing. I've been slowly but surely going into GameStop and just kind of looking at their games. Because if you got some old Switch games that you like, man, I thought about getting, this is a good chance to go in there to go and pick them up because people are trading their stuff in. So I might go over there and get my look on. I looks every time I go in to see my son at work. I'm like, I'm just checking to see who might have traded in a golden jewel so that I don't have in my collection that I need. But Captain C, let me get you on the board. Captain Caveman and Son. I say that all the time. Every time I see on there, Captain C. All right, Captain C is on the board. We had 39 people. Don't forget, good people, listen, once again, hey, man, support the channel, man. Listen, I would take any form of help we can. We do have a super chat code goal tonight. It's we get 5 tonight. Then we give out a second Nintendo eShop card tonight. And then, you know, whatever donations whatever super chat you want to give is great. You know, it all go back to the channel. Like I said earlier, you know, think about it. This is episode 240. We've been giving them out since day one. When you do the math, that's, you know, that's $2,400. So we give it right back to the channel. So I know for sure on this channel, some people in here, we've paid for multiple games for people. So, and like my boy Sonic Knuckle Tails with his second entry. Is your first one on here? I didn't see the first one. Let me get him on the board too while I'm thinking about it. Sonic Knuckles. Has anybody seen that new Marvel movie? What's the name of it? I can't think of the name of somebody. But you know, with the Winter Soldier, he's in it. I don't know. I don't see this. The Twitch chat has not popped up anything, and that's very interesting. Captain C says, I had to reorder my Nintendo Switch 2 pre-order just because I found out that Mario Kart bundle is just digital. No. Yeah, that's true. That's the reason why, man. Listen, I'm glad I got my son one, but I'm glad I was able to get him a regular Nintendo Switch, and then I had to go buy the cartridge for Mario Kart. I'll keep the cartridge one. He'll get the digital. Thunderbolts. Yes. Has anyone seen Thunderbolts? I need your opinion on it. Coffee Game says, I think 500 price point with the Mario Kart is a hard sell. Listen, you are absolutely correct. Right now, in these times, it's going to be hard to carry that price going forward. I would love if things get settled, I would love to see, you know what, Nintendo have a price drop sooner than later, because even at $450, that's a lot of money. $400 to me with their sweet spot. I think people can mess around and you know, and save some money and make it happen for $400. But when you say 450, 500, that's a lot. That's the half $1,000. That's a lot for a gaming system, which most parents view as a toy. Let's see. Coffee Game says they haven't put a lot out there, but what they have has been a mess so far. What you talking about? Are you talking about like advertisement? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. He says $90 games on the Switch 2. Ah, man. Listen, that's a hard pill to swallow. And I think a lot of people, including myself, would be like, Now, I think I've seen enough of Mario Kart to justify that I would probably still get my money's worth off an $80 Mario Kart. Now, let me warn Borderlands 4. If you come out at $80, buddy, I will wait for a sale for you. You will not be a day one purchase. I would wait for a sale. You're going to have to prove to me, because even after watching your direct that was PlayStation centric, you haven't shown me enough to say that this game is worth $80. I believe Nintendo has shown me enough that I did not receive on Mario Kart 8, that this particular Mario Kart is going to definitely give me enough playtime and hours to say, all right, I justify this here. Hold on, good people. I have to look at my Twitch because my Twitch chat is not popping up for some reason. Okay, so listen, I'm able to see. I know I am live. Did you hear that? Repeat. All right, so Supersonic Saved by Grace is live and direct on Twitch. Supersonic. Hey, Supersonic, can you send the verse of the day on YouTube? Because for some reason the chat is not popping up. I'll figure it out. Supersonic Saved by Grace. I got you on the board. All right. But yeah, $90 for games, man. Listen, that's tough. And so Borderlands, if Borderlands comes out at $80, man, I'm telling you, I'm the game. Listen, for me to even consider Borderlands 4 at $80, the whole entire game has to be on a cartridge, and it has to have more than just it's got to be more than what they've shown me so far. But the game has to be on the cartridge. If it's a game key card, buddy, they can really hang it up. That game would not get any play until it comes down to a reasonable price. So Nintendo had 8 years to get the Switch 2 and launch day info right, and they failed at that simple task. However, I think, you know what I mean? It's a business. Think about it. It's a multi-billion-dollar business, and it takes a lot of parts to get things right. I believe we got a report earlier this week that from some leaked documents that originally the Switch 2 was supposed to launch in March, but they had a delay, and that's been proven to be true. And so when you doing stuff like that, you gotta show them a little grace, because there's no way to say that it's easy to launch a system. And I think they're really particular with this one here, because they didn't want to have that same backlash. This isn't the first time Nintendo has launched a system after the success of another system just to have not the best reception. So even though like Switch, Nintendo, the NES one sold, I think, like almost 80 million, but the Super Nintendo didn't sell that. It sold like maybe, I think, like 64 million, something like that. And then it went down again when they get with the GameCube. I think the GameCube was like only 30 something million. And then after the GameCube, I think the 64 might have went up a little bit, but still, it was still like, halfway. Still wasn't like super good. And then they had the Wii. And then after was it 64? Yeah, then they had the Wii. Oh, no, I meant that back. It was 64, then the GameCube. I'm sorry. Then they had the Wii. And then the Wii took off. And then they had the Wii U, and then the Wii U was their worst selling systems all the time. So, the skeptic says that, Nintendo had to really prepare to make sure that this particular go around, it would be a success. So I think they're doing the right things. So why doesn't the Switch 2 have a Switch Sports or something at launch? Very good question. I think they did some, they're doing some updates. And that's okay. To answer that, I don't know, but historically they've never have. So it doesn't like shock me that they don't have something like that. I think the only system to really have something like that was the Wii, and so I don't know. But I tell you this here: the only thing that scares me about this launch is that there's no Mario or Zelda at launch, and when there's no Mario or Zelda at launch, they typically tank. That was another issue with the Wii U. There was no Mario, there was no Zelda, and without those two games at launch, you have an issue. Smooth Light says, really wouldn't call what the Wii U had a life cycle. Okay, I could say that. They essentially pulled the plug on the project like 3 years in. This is facts. By the time casuals knew what time it was there, no support for the console. These are facts. You're right, because you know what? It takes casual gamers a lot longer to catch on. Because you know what? And one thing about the Wii, this is okay. This is my argument for why the Switch 2 probably will not catch the Switch 1, is because the Switch 1 had a pandemic and they had Animal Crossing. And those two things were a match made in heaven that Nintendo could not have forecast. And it took them to overload. And you know what? And so many people bought Nintendo Switches just because of Animal Crossing and Mario Kart. Listen, people wouldn't care about no other games. The only they had Mario Kart and Animal Crossing. That was it. So yeah, those are facts. Coffee says, they really don't care about trying to capture that Wii market. They had Wii's in nursing homes playing bowling all day long. Yeah, because that that particular play style took them away from their core audience. I mean, it took away, because Nintendo at heart is a gaming company. Third parties wasn't trying to put games on the Switch on a Wii remote. They wasn't. They were trying to play. They wanted something natural. They wanted something with the horsepower to match. And so, um, yeah, Nintendo was just in a different space. That they was definitely more creative, but their hardware was less powerful because they didn't have the money and they were trying their best to keep themselves to be that everybody buys gaming, that because everybody had a Wii U, but everybody wasn't playing it like everything else. And there were 3DSs to buy. Yes. Um, I believe the 3DS sold like 80 million, 80 or 90 million units. And the 3DS has some bangers. The 3DS has games that I said, man, I wish those games make their way over to the Switch too. Because like Mario 3D Land was like super good. Like you go back if you had a 3DS, man, go back and play Mario 3D Mario Land, Mario 3DS Land, whatever it's called, and play that right now, and play it on a 3DS that has 3D. You will be like, man, this is so good. It's such a great experience. Such a great experience. K1 says, do you think people who bought Switches during the pandemic will return again for another Animal Crossing? Ooh, that's a healthy question. I think so, man. I think people that bought Nintendo Switches that had no clue was pleasantly surprised at its overall presentation and what it was able to do and present. And I think people like that. I would tell you, man, a lot of people love this. Is another reason why um, Mario Party sold so many, because people had time to be with their families and be at home and play board games. And so games like Mario Party also sold well because of the pandemic. So do I think they come back around? Absolutely. Now what's going to happen is um and why I believe more people are going to buy Switch 2s this, especially in this early generation. And it's going to be if a couple things are right. If Fortnite plays extremely well, let's say playing Fortnite is a better experience on the console than it is on a phone, you're going to get an uptick in Switch 2 console sales. If COD, which I hope is some form of footage is released in this next Nintendo Direct, if COD plays well, looks well, it'll be another reason why. I'm going to give you another reason. If Madden plays well, looks well, and we can run it at 60 frames per second, you're going to give a lot. I'm telling you, a lot of people that's my age and older, you know what? They will pick up a Switch 2 just to play Madden and COD on the go. I'm telling you. I just turned 50 years old, and a lot of my friends, they played these 3 games consistently. 2K, Madden, and COD. I can't get them to play no other games. I can't tell them to say, "Oh, these games are good." They don't care. They play NBA 2K, Madden, COD. And those 3 games right there play extremely well on the Switch 2. You're going to have an uptick in sales. And that's the reason why I believe, because if those 3 games come out and they sell well, Nintendo will sell 20 million units, 20 million plus units, if they can make them, before the end of the fiscal year. And not even talking about scalpers. That's a whole different discussion. So yeah, I believe so. I believe so. To me, to get that crowd to buy in, the marketing has to be outstanding. And I believe Animal Crossing will be a brand new Animal Crossing next year. So think about next. Listen, matter of fact, let's think about next year. The possibility of games. We talking Mario. We talking Smash. We talking Animal Crossing. We're talking brand new Gen 10, strictly Nintendo Switch 2 Pokemon. Those 3 juggernauts alone, they can release, and I think this is what Nintendo's going to do, a Ultimate Edition, all your DLC, Smash Brothers, 120 frames per second. It's going to be ugly. And with a new Fighters Pass add on to it, because really, to be honest, I don't think they really need another Smash. To be truly honest, I can go right now and play regular Smash and have a good time, and I think that's happening again. I'm gonna read this comment. He says, "The Switch is the first Nintendo system since the Game Boy, released in 1989." Was it? Hold on, I'm saying it back. The Switch is the first Nintendo system since the Game Boy that Nintendo has only supported one system on the market. No, that's not true. The Switch is the only. They did in 1989. They had the Game Boy, but they also had the NES. So there was 2. It's been 2 systems all the way into the Switch. So the Switch was the first system to only have just the Switch. They've had a handheld in every era of Nintendo. Smooth says, for content, I'll be picking up Switch 2 midnight release with Mario Kart, but what I'm really looking for is a new Oblivion there. Oblivion, man. Listen, if they can figure out a way to make that bad boy run right, that'll be my only issue. You know what? And I think, you know what, Microsoft shouldn't put Oblivion on the Switch unless they can get that thing to run right. It's got to run right. Because if they have hiccups on it, they can be like, you know, if I'm not gonna pay for hiccups. but I can get it for free off Game Pass. That's the issue. Like I'll buy some games that's also coming on Game Pass, but that game I'm buying better be legit. Especially if you're trying to charge me $60 and $70. My wife has moved on to Animal Crossing Mobile. She hasn't played Animal Crossing on the Switch in probably close to 2 years. That's fact. I tell you, my wife was playing and my daughter was playing Animal Crossing, and it's been about 2 years since they stopped playing it. But if they bring out an Animal Crossing, and that Animal Crossing is dope, I think they'll come back. Especially my daughter, because she all in right now. It's a Nintendo. Nintendo should have some Assassin's Creed in the Switch 2 Direct to get those people back quickly. Animal Crossing, I'm sorry, Animal Crossing to the Direct to get those people back quickly. But I feel like they'll fumble over the place. I don't think we see Animal Crossing this early, because I think at this standpoint they don't need it. They don't need. I think if we're going to see Animal Crossing at all, it'll be in the September or the following January Direct. Because this is one of the reasons why I feel like, hey, we get a early June Direct, because now it'll give us time and give Nintendo time to build up for that September Direct that's going to really lay out their Christmas holiday. It wouldn't surprise me if even in this Direct that comes in June that we do not get a release date for Metroid. I think they're going to try to slide that bad boy as far into 2025 as they can. But we'll see. Smooth says, the Wii U user interface was my favorite, hands down. Maybe Xbox 360 Blaze. I like 360 Blaze as well. And I like the Wii U's interface as well. Don't get me wrong, the Switch is nice. It's just simple. You know, it's simple. It's right to the point. You know. Coffee with Gang says, like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe has sold 60 million plus on the Switch, I don't know that parents will be like, yeah, let's spend $500 for a new one. Not right away. They won't. You listen. That's the reason why regular Switches are still going to sell. Like they're still, because they're the cheaper option for parents who is not willing to give their 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old a Switch 2 in their hands to play with. Now there will be parents that will buy. Because you know what? Listen, think about it. Listen, all the pre-orders and sold out globally. And I wouldn't be surprised that all the Switches will sell out a store right after this is over. I think, once tomorrow, I think you're going to have people are going to be buying these bad boys left and right. Good people, listen, if you don't know about my channel, one thing that I love to do, I love to read the verse of the day, because you know what? I think we all need to listen a little bit of God in our life and figure out how to live life. And so I love it when one of my subscribers, which is Supersonic Saved by Grace, he posts it, and I will read it every time. And I tend to pray at the end of my stream, man, because I want, God's blessing to be upon everybody. And James, in the scripture today, comes out of the book of James, chapter 1. Let me see. I can switch screens real quick. All right. He said this is from yesterday. Okay, yesterday it says James chapter 1 verse 19 says, understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because a man's anger does not inherit the kingdom of God. Listen, one of my favorite books in all the Bible, because it's so wise. You know, a lot of times, man, when you are having conversations with people, with your children, with your significant other, we have to remind ourselves sometimes, you know what? The smartest guy in the room is the one who speaks last. Oh, I'm going to say that again. The smartest guy in the room is the one who speaks last. Why is that so? It's because once you have listened to all the points, you have all the evidence to make a more educated response. Getting angry all the time doesn't prove anything. It just proves that you have emotional issues that it's hard for you to control. But man, if you just listen and really focus in what that person is saying, no matter how that person is saying to you, and get the true meaning out of every conversation, you'll find out that one, you'll be a better communicator, and two, people will value the things that you say. Great scripture, man. I'm glad you shared it with me. Appreciate you. My son got a comment. I can't believe it. He says, currently playing It Takes Two with Megan. Good game so far. Yeah, it was game of the year. Take Two is a former game of the year winner. So you definitely got yourself a good game. What are you playing it on, Dave? Are you playing it on Switch One? Or are you playing it like on Xbox or something like that? Dion says, I've never played the first Red Dead. I have not either, even though I own it. I'm looking at it right now too. It's like right there. I haven't had time to. It's like too many other things to do. But that's a game that I'm going to play on Switch too, just because I want to see how it performs. If I end up liking it, loving it, I might just keep on doing it. All right, got you on the chat. Okay, good. The Twitch chat did pop up. It didn't pop up too late. Anyone remember Red Dead Revolver? Dang, hold on. Let's hold on. Let's go to YouTube real quick. Let's go. Red Dead Revolver. Was it like a Red Dead Revolver PS2 gameplay? No, I do not. I remember the game, but I've never played the game. But what it looks like, it looked like Red Dead, but like full blown old school. PS2, buddy. Ooh wee. Thunderbolts was that movie. Has anybody seen Thunderbolts? I hope y'all answer that in the chat. Coffee with Game says, I gotta say, Mario Kart World looks kind of boring to me. Ooh. Oh man, I don't know what you watching. I mean, maybe because I play it a lot. I play it a lot, and it's always a good time. My son plays it a lot by himself. I tend to play it with friends. It says, there's not a lot of excitement there for me on Mario Kart World, but that's the bundle I'll probably go with and hope the kids and I can enjoy. You know, Coffee with Games, did you so you haven't pre-ordered your system? You gonna try to go in day one and get one? I think it's a good chance you'll get one too. Smooth, I can't. Wow, I'm okay with screen I'm on. Smooth says, I'm good with Mario Kart World gameplay, but I won't drop $70 on Donkey Kong. Woo wee! Let's talk about that Donkey Kong. That's a game you'll try to find used at GameStops, beat it in the weekend, then return it. Listen, Mike, Smooth, man, you my type of guy, man. Me and my son Dave are rejoicing and smile because that is what my son used to do all the time. My son would buy games and beat them bad boys and take them right back with them 7 days. Like, I didn't like it. But I'll take another one. That's funny. But you know what? This is my thing on Donkey Kong. I am hoping that it's better than what I saw. I was not impressed with Donkey Kong when they first showed it out. I thought it was like, you know what? It was just a beat 'em up. You know, explore, beat up, explore, beat up. I mean, it was just nothing. Like, I think they didn't do Donkey Kong any justice rather, showing that particular side of the game. Even the first two rounds of that treehouse, I was like, man, I haven't seen nothing yet. But it's Donkey Kong, so I'm probably gonna buy it. I'm gonna give it a look for sure. But I'm still not impressed yet. I still haven't seen enough yet to say, okay, man, now this game is worth me picking up. But I feel your pain on that one. Yep. No, Donkey Kong is $70. It's not 80. Donkey Kong is $70, $69.99. J Big says NES 61 million, Super NES 49 million, Nintendo 64 34 million, GameCube 22. Dang, I didn't know it was that low. Wii U 101, Wii U 14 million, and Switch 152. I don't know why I put this. I tag these things all the time, so I'm used to it. But that's a lot. I'm hoping Donkey Kong has some co-op in it. Somehow, I think it's going to have some form of co-op. I just don't know how interactive. Good people, man. Listen, if you're over on YouTube, don't forget to get your vote on tonight. We are currently, and the question tonight is next Nintendo Direct will be a week before launch at 27%. A week after launch is at 51%. Late June, 22%, and early July, a Dunkin' Donut, 0. So yeah, that COVID pandemic and Animal Crossing situation was absolutely wild. Yeah, absolutely. JB said it ran a normal console course. Said before COVID, Switch was already going to sell well over 22 million that year. Yeah, then COVID hit, boy, it just exploded. Sonic says, "Why is it not sending/working? I sent for it. I listen. It finally piped through. It just probably was waiting on me. 3DS sold 78 million. I gotta stop popping this up. 78 million. That was a good system. Man. I still got my 3DS. It ain't. Listen, I don't have all my systems still, but I have my 64 still. I have. I got my Wii U. I don't have an NES, but I have this one port. Let me show you this real quick. I have an analog Super Nintendo, which is dope. If you want to get a Super Nintendo, you should get the analog one. But I found this at one of them little stores. They have what they call a Second and Charles. If you ever been to I don't know if they're everywhere, but I know Second and Charles, they definitely have one here in Atlanta, and we live in Kennesaw. And so, man, I bought this system from there, and it is super dope. This is a portable NES. The cartridge fits right in the top, and this is how when I really want to dig in and play some old school stuff. If I want to play like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, this is where I go. Mike Tyson's Punch Out is probably one of my top 5 favorite games of all time. Love Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Uh-oh. I better wait before I break something. But yeah, let's see. Let's continue with some of these comments. He says, Coffee with Game says, so what do the Wii and Switch both have in common? Both had new Zelda titles at launches. What do the Switch 2 have? The Switch 2 is going to be a weird spot if Mario Kart World doesn't hit. If that is true, let's say if Mario Kart, they rate the game and the game is like they give it like an 80, something stupid like that. It's still gonna sell because the online community is so strong. It's gonna sell. I'm not even worried about the sales of Mario Kart. I think the system is still so intriguing enough that people are going to want to upgrade with the possibility that some of their favorite games that they was playing on the Switch 1 will be upgraded. I'm really, really hoping, and I'm going to try to be a champion for this, that the ARMS community gets a bolster. Like, if you have ARMS, I think, this is the time. If you have, like, you got to use or whatever, go pick that game up used. Like, I think the ARMS community with the new update it's going to revive. It's probably going to be pretty good all the way until Smash comes again. That's the issue. Arms wasn't a bad game. Matter of fact, it was really really good. But what made Arms didn't sell well. I mean, it still sold like 2 or 3 million, but compared to everything else, it didn't sell well because not even 6 months later we had Smash. Now, so if they double down back on Arms and let Arms get another set of legs until the next Smash run, it should be good. I think Arms is a really good game. But I think Switch 2 is in a way better position than Wii U was. Even without a legit the hardware itself has proven to be like, okay, this is intriguing and interesting. I don't like the fact that Nintendo decided to say, you know what, I'm not going to send out review units. I have a problem with that. I don't think that was the best move Nintendo should have done, is to not provide review units to these people, because we want to make smart decisions. We want people to kind of dig in to see how good these games are, but to not give out none and say, you know what, you might not even get one to the launch of the system. I mean, this is Nintendo going back to those old dirty ways. If you pay attention to like some of these like documentaries on Nintendo used to be a butthole, man, to a lot of developers, man, and that's why they didn't get the support they got, or like when it came out time for like the GameCube and the 64. They didn't get a whole lot of support like they're supposed to, because of the fact that they were still using cartridges and they were still putting a manhole on the cartridges, and Sony dropped their PlayStation 1 with a CD, where you could put all this information onto a CD, and people was like, oh, I'm going over here. Those were good times, man. Listen, I was there. There's not too many consoles I haven't been there for day one. It's not too many. I didn't pick up a Saturn. The Saturn, I think it just dropped out of nowhere. I think that was Sega that was just not smart. But PlayStation 1, I was there day one. PlayStation 2, every PlayStation system I was there day one. It's not one I have not missed. Matter of fact, the first PlayStation system that I've missed is the current PlayStation Pro. I was like, nope, I'm not going. You're not getting me on that one. I barely played the one I got. You want me to play extra for a Pro? You're going to prove to me that the Pro is worth it. And PlayStation, boy, they are in the worst situation. They have not proved nothing. This is just them being stupid. You know what? If I was giving out a donkey of the year, it would be the PlayStation, because there's no way with all the legendary IPs you have, and to not have nothing, to not have any new releases in 2025, shame. Let's see. Coffee says, I feel like Nintendo wants this to be an upgrade system like Apple with the iPhones, but in a different market. There was a rumor that's saying that that's what they want. I wouldn't surprise that. Think about it. You know what? How much money Apple makes on every year iPhone. Like, this is the first year. Like, I look at myself, like, I usually always upgrade. I didn't even upgrade this year. I was like, this is kind of the same old soup. But I can't say that with the Switch and the Switch 2, because I think they showed me enough where, like, I know for sure Cyberpunk is not running on the Switch 1. And then they've already said that, hey, Mario Kart World could not run on Switch 1. They said it was running like at 30 frames per second. And nobody wants that. Jay Big says, Super Mario 3D Land and New Super Mario Brothers 2 are the only two Super Mario games I've never played, and I never had a 3DS. Oh, man. I would tell you this, Jay Biggs. Listen, if you ever get yourself into a pocket where, the games is coming out on your other system you really don't care for, and you just want you a little niche, man, buy you a 3DS used. Buy you one with the 3D function. Don't get a 2DS. Buy one with the 3D function. And pick up Super Mario Brothers Land. You will be pleasantly surprised at how good that game is. I mean, they got a couple. I'm gonna tell you, like, even go back, man. Listen, hey, man, listen, hold on. I give you another game. There's a couple games on the 3DS, because you got Rhythm Heaven. That was super good, but I know that's ain't your cup of tea. But this game right here, buddy. This game right here, Metroid Prime. Metroid Simon's Returns. You pick that up on 3DS. Good. I mean, they got a lot of good games on the 3DS. A lot of good games. Those Zelda games. Oh man, listen. Ocarina of Time. Matter of fact, I might even go try to find Ocarina, because Ocarina of Time on the 3DS was real good. Smooth Light says, if Nintendo creates and leaks a new virus to the world, it will outsell Switch One. You said a new virus to the world? What you mean? A version? I don't know. I don't know which one on that one. J Big says, since Animal Crossing does not appeal to me or any level, I don't understand the big deal. Okay. The big deal with Animal Crossing, it was that it allowed people to kind of recreate the life that they wanted in a childlike space with a community to kind of go along with it. So, I'm not a big Animal Crossing fan. I bought the game, I've played it, and it was okay. It wasn't my cup of tea either, because I ain't trying to build. I'm not trying to create and build all this stuff and go fishing, and I don't even want the life sim stuff. I just want to kill something. Listen, where's COD at? Shout out to Warface. Warface was my COD, okay, I got something to play. It's some old games that I definitely want to play. Sonic Knuckle Tail says, I would not be getting Switch 2 right away. I'm waiting till 5 to 10 games I want to get are there before I get it. Even then, I don't know, because I hope to not be so addicted to games. I mean, listen, first of all, I like the thought process. Cause I can't say I'm addicted to game. I like game. I think it's, and I play them a lot. But I call myself addicted? Nah, because I think sometimes when you're addicted, you kind of like put everything else to the side, and this has got to be it. It's times, man, when I've went a whole month without playing games. But I play it. I get it in because I like the relaxation of it. But I understand. Geeky says the new Fantasy Life is so good. So Geeky, you have it on what system? I'm assuming you bought it on a Switch, because you're probably gonna buy the upgrade. Smooth Light says Pokemon since 1999. Yeah, Pokemon, boy. Listen, that next generation of Pokemon, it's not gonna be this new one. It's gonna be that next generation. That next generation of Pokemon is gonna be the one that's gonna be like, phew. Then everybody gonna be like, all right, I gotta get a Switch 2. Sonic Knuckle Tales, tell me your gaming genre that you like, because I'm telling you, listen, I haven't even talked about whenever they decide to say Silk Song, and I'm gonna be like, they already got my attention with Shinobi, but when Silk Song get here, it's gonna be ugly. Sonic says that Kirby. Jay Big says, I hate Pokemon since I first learned of its existence. My issue with Pokemon is my issue with JRPGs. I just don't have that turn base. Has never been something that grabbed my attention. I tried it. I remember when Pokemon was the big craze on the original Game Boy, and I tried it. I was like, this just don't appeal to me. And I was like, I'm out. It says this: when I went to watch Transformers and saw Pokemon instead, I hated it on sight. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Man, listen, Transformers, man. And listen, let me ask you, listen, this is a good question. J Biggs, tell me your honest opinion on Transformers 1. I know you have seen it. He said the NES, Coffee said the NES was before the Game Boy, but that is now the only time in history they supported one system. Yeah, but they still supported Nintendo still supported the NES, even while simultaneously supporting the Game Boy. Is my chat broken? Can I be seen? Yeah, I mean, yeah, your chat says that. I'm not seeing any responses to what I've sent above. I mean, yeah, I just read it. Listen, I'm probably behind in the chat though. Don't mind me. It says correct. That's what I'm saying. Okay. Uh, all right. J Big says, I've never played any of the Elder Scroll games. Okay. Hey, you played no Elder Scroll either? Not interested, but a lot of people say part of the appeal is the jankiness of the game. You know what? Elder Scrolls is cool. You know what? I kind of enjoyed that experience. Quay says I played Oblivion remastered for a couple hours and then stopped because I would rather play it on Switch. And listen, it's something nowadays of being stuck to this TV. I'm telling you, when it comes to games, it's something about playing it on this TV that I'm like, you know what? I would prefer to just have it in my hand. Clear. Listen, listen. I'm not a big turn-based guy, but that game looks so interesting that I want to give it a try. That game is clear the game of the year candidate so far. CMG says I'm still lurking. Proverbs are a full of wisdom. Yes, James and Proverbs. Yes. Matter of fact, when I encourage people to like who never read their Bible and they think, where do I start? I always sit on the Proverbs. I say because Proverbs will teach you how to live. It'll teach you how to live life and how you should be, you should get there. And then I get them down to James, and then I build them up to Jesus because, they got to see some practicality in the Bible first. This is my opinion. All right, Son Nuggetella says now it makes sense why the messages wasn't seen. You are at the 10-minute message part of 10:40. I'm getting down there, man. I'm just kind of scooting down there. And then I'll get back to some. I like to get through everybody's comments because the comments is, it's great. Coach says, yes, sir. Red Dead Revolver, the PS2 game. Listen, I know I'm back behind the chat. That's how far back the chat is delayed. So I read it one and played it. It's at the start of Red Dead series. Okay, I did not know that was the start of Red Dead series. It says, Coffee said, I did not pre-order. I'm probably trying day one. Gotta get some financial stuff straightened out. Had stupid medical stuff pop up in March. Listen, medical stuff is no joke, man. Try to take care of your body as much as you can, man. The Facts Arms didn't get a sequel, but Nintendo had the audacity to show us drag versus drive. But listen, where the applause button at? What a applause button there. You are absolutely correct. They had the audacity to show up with drag. Listen, Drag and Drive didn't look bad. It just don't look like a game like, man, this game better not be more than $40. That's all I said. Better not be. He said the system deserves to fail because of that reason alone. God almighty. Not fail. Cold Cuts. Listen, man, first, man, shout out to the name. What is the next Smash game isn't a conventional Smash game. That would be a terrible decision on Nintendo to make. Cold cuts. Let me get you on the board, man. By chiming in with your comment tonight, man, you have made it to the board. I gotta put your name on the board right now. Cold cuts. I got you on the board tonight. Give you some opportunity to win a Nintendo eShop card. I put in cold cuts and then it changed it to Concord. Why would it do that? All right, this is that would be a devastating decision. I don't think they would go that direction. If they did, I'd be like, man, what are you doing? I guess you know what? I guess people would still be playing the old Smash Brothers on the current Switch too. JB said, I don't care about ARMS. I want a game starting. I bet you, man. My ARMS was good, man. Oh, yeah, I'm way behind the chat. Dave says, I'm playing on Switch. 250th episode will be August the 4th. Oh, that'd be good. Like right before school starts. We need to figure that out. I'm probably going to do something special for that 250th episode. Sonic Knuckle says, when will This Week in Gaming become Bonfire? We got to have enough kinding at this point. I don't know. Jay Big says, the only games I was interested on the 3DS was Samus Returns, Ocarina of Time, Link Between Worlds, Luigi's Mansion 2, Star Fox 64, all Resident Evil Revelations on the 3DS is probably one of the best and most underrated Resident Evil games of all time. That game is so good. So good. Matter of fact, all them games you got up there, I owned. I own every last one of those bad boys, except Ironfall. I didn't own Ironfall, but everything else, oh yeah, they were all good choices. Pasta says Fantasy Life definitely is good. I started streaming it. Need to stay consistent. Pasta, you get your own YouTube channel, or you on Twitch, man? Put your stuff in the chat, man. Let us promote you, man. If you spend time with me, man, I might as well, you know what? Do what I can. I should go check him out, man. If you got your own stuff, man, put it in the chat. Let me say it out loud. Let me put it into the atmosphere. I want everybody to win. Listen, we got some dope other YouTubers in the chat, man. You got a Geeky Chick. You got Bazzer 24/7. You got CMG. You know what? Check their channels out, man. If you do YouTube as well, man, we love to promote your stuff, man. Jay Big says also new Super Mario 2 and Super Mario 3D Land I would get. I'm hoping we get Switch portion. I'm hoping they get a 3DS comes to the online expansion. I hope 3DS slides in there somehow. So they figured it out somehow, some way. And I'll be with that. If they can, especially with that big of screen, they can put put it like cat corner, or like, or maybe this on this side, on the majority on this screen here, you have all your stuff that you need, and then you have the little 3DS screen down there, and you can kind of use them both somehow, some way, or use the mouse functions to kind of like work the 3DS part of it. I'm with that. JB says, I didn't see Transformers 1 yet. Okay. All right, JB, this is my opinion, because I'm a big Transformer guy. I thought overall Transformers 1 was a really good movie. I think it was really good. It just started. It's gonna start off kind of corny, and you gonna be kind of thrown off at first. You're like, this ain't what I'm expecting, because it kind of starts off like a typical DreamWorks type of movie. But by the end, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, this how it was. Like, oh, that scene, and I was like, oh yes, I was just super hype. So it's worth watching for sure. Hands down, worth watching. JB said, I just need to make time to watch it. Yeah, you'll like it. I said, I just watched Transformer Sparks. I'm forcing myself through it. What's Transformer Sparks? I think the last Transformer cartoon that wasn't a movie that I watched was like Transformers Prime. I think that's what it's called. That series was good. Coffee says, I know there's a bit of delay, but thanks for a good conversation tonight. I'm heading out off now myself. Have a great rest of the evening. You too, man. Thanks for coming through, man. I'm sorry that I'm on a delay, but man, thank you for coming through, man. It was dope to have you. Son of Saved by Grace says, I'm not into shooter games, so a lot of communities that play them, I'm not that into, to be honest. I don't like horror or sports games or roguelites. I'm picky. What I watch and play, I like platformers. Okay, we're in the same group. And good stories, same group. I'm the same way. I like good stories and platformers. I will tell you, listen, man, if you like good stories, I say, man, I'm still playing Hogwarts Legacy on my Steam Deck, and I'm digging the story. You know, cause I like Harry Potter. So you know, if you like Harry Potter, you like it. That is, you know, another game I would tell you that had a good story. It said I like platformers with good story games and unique concepts and gameplay. Hi-Fi Rush, Split Fiction, Delta Room. That's my son. He likes Delta Room too. Paper Mario, Origami King was really good. Yeah. Mario and Rabbit Sparks of Hope was good. Ori was awesome. Celeste, more. Oh, it's another game. I'm gonna tell you another game that I liked. That was like an indie game. It was not Celeste. It's the dang, what's the name of that game? I'll figure it out though. But like, I like Cup. Do you like Cuphead? Cuphead was my jam too. I love Cuphead. Captain C says Battlefront 2, Fortnite, COD, Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals better come to Switch 2. I'm just saying, it better come to Switch. They said Nintendo Switch 2 with motion controls and mouse controls will make Switch 2 sell like hotcakes. I'm telling you, it's gonna. Nintendo has positioned itself to dig into other markets, but not like come straight at them, because having mouse controls, man, you want some you want the PC gamers over there looking like, and let it find out that it has mouse control and you can add a keyboard. It's gonna be something different. Son Knuckle Tail says, I've been getting into streaming myself on Twitch, but I don't have a schedule. Stardew Valley and Celeste mostly. Yeah, you should let people know. At least put it into the Discord, so you know what, we can come chat with you. J Big said, I had Resident Evil Revelations on the Wii U and Switch, and Ironfall on the Switch. Yeah, Revelations, boy. Listen, I got Revelations right there. I'm looking at it right there. Revelations was my jam. That was a good. Resident Evil for me was like, I'm not a big horror game guy, but I really, really like Resident Evil 4. To me, had the best story. I always remember Resident Evil 1 because it was slow, and it was mechanical and robotic, and you know what? And them dogs used to tear me up. I like Christian Tag for people to watch as well. Okay. All right, listen. She said Mario Luigi Brothers was really good too. Jay Big says Transformers. Okay, I gotta stop hitting this button. It says Transformers. Spark is currently Transformers cartoon. Megatron is good in it. It's a weird alternate universe. Continue off the Gen 1 cartoon thing. Okay, all right. I might check it out. He says, Super Sonic says, I didn't play Cuphead, but I watched Cuphead. It looks cool, but not to play, just watch. Yeah, I like Cuphead, though. I like playing Cuphead. It's just, at those types of games takes me back to what games I played in my youth. If you look at like any old NES game, like a Mega Man, that's how Cuphead plays. It's super duper hard, super duper frustrating, fun to play. JB says, so far kind of kiddie, and it focuses on a black brother and sister. Okay. All right, I might have to dip into that. All right, listen, what time is it now? Well, we've been chit-chatting for a minute. I'm just going to kind of go over some of these highlights. Let me get back to the wheel. some of these stories real quick. It says third-party Nintendo Switch 2 accessories can now be purchased at Walmart ahead of console launch. I'm not getting no third-party power bank to tear my system up super quick. I'll pass on the. I don't look, to be honest, I don't need a charger. But I tell you, man, listen, I will be doing a lot of videos on the channel dealing with review items. I've been purchasing a lot of stuff for the Switch 2 that I'm going to review on the channel, so be on the lookout for that. Those videos will be coming sooner than later. It said Nintendo Switch 2 primed for success in China as parallel import sells 330,000 units in a few days. You know what? Nintendo delayed their eventual launch of the system in China because of the tariff situation. And so they haven't announced when they're going to launch officially. But as you can see over in China, they're going to import that bad boy with 330,000 units in a few days. I'm telling you, man. You got to think about it. That's just one region. 333,000 in one region. They allocated 1.2 million just for Japan. And we haven't even made it around to the Americas, which is the largest gaming unit. I'm telling you, man. The Verge reports Microsoft has a number of Xbox ports coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Let's see so I can read the whole article. It says, news emerged today that Microsoft is bringing Hellblade 2. Hellblade 1 was good. Creepy, but it was good enough on the Switch. It wasn't like, the graphic wasn't like a soul dramatic, but it was still good enough to play. I enjoyed it on the Switch. To Sony PlayStation 5 consoles this summer. The Verge, Tom Warner also noted in his article that Microsoft is currently working on a number of Xbox Studio ports for the forthcoming Nintendo Switch 2. Microsoft has not announced any major games coming to the new platform, but Warren assures Verge readers that this will change very soon. Microsoft is also working on some Xbox ports on Nintendo Switch 2, which I expect we'll hear about soon. Well, I think we're going to hear about it within the first couple of days of the system's launch. If Nintendo doesn't launch beforehand, but I doubt it, I think they're going to give Microsoft an opportunity to say, hey, these games are coming. Those Switch logos are going to pop up, and we'll probably get gameplay, hopefully right after in a Nintendo Switch Direct, which would be dope. All right, this is listen, this game is so good. So good, man. It says Sega states if Shinobi Art of Vengeance does well, then Shinobi series will be revived. If the game is completely on the cartridge, this is a day one buy for me. Let's see if I've got the release date. Let's see if I can pull that up. Captain C said, I just want my Microsoft Fight Slims, to be honest. You know what? They got another it's another Microsoft simulation game they're working on. I forgot it. I just seen the story too. I hate when I forget. But yeah, but I understand that. I'm trying to say where. I believe this game launches on August the 14th. But this is the reason I'm going to support the game because I want more. Shinobi was a good game when I was growing up. But I can only imagine what this new Shinobi is going to be like. It's going to be like absolutely phenomenal. All right, let me get off of here. Let's see. I thought this was kind of crazy. Nintendo Today app quietly update to stop users from recording videos. I hate that because I recorded a couple of videos off of them and was able to post those bad boys. And I was glad that somebody else recorded one and posted it on Twitch, and I was able to download that bad boy. So, I mean, I get it, Nintendo. I understand. You want people to come to your particular app. But it was, it wasn't that good for me. Quay says, Outer Wars 2 on Switch 2 hopefully isn't a slideshow like the first. Yeah. That's another game that, I'm considering to take back out of my Switch collection. Just so I can, I'm just trying to get a couple dollars off some of these things I'm trying to pay for. Jay Big says, I would get the screen protector. Yeah, you know what? I mean, I picked up a screen protector already, so I do need to get another one for another one of my kids, but, it is what it is. I love my kids. And you have to love your kids, especially after your son takes your car and runs it into the garage door. You just gotta love them, man. When you wasn't even trying to pay, $1,300 for nothing else, knowing the Switch 2 getting ready to drop, but you got to pay $1,300. You got to get a new garage door. Because your son, decides to, drive 100 miles an hour coming in the driveway. What do? You got to love them, man. You got to love them. I digress. The more and more I think about it, the more and more I bring tears to my eyes. All right, so shout out to Nintendo. I understand what they're trying to do here, man. Maybe it's a good thing. All right, let's see. All right, story here. So Sega has other legacy games in the works beyond what's been announced, which is good. The Game Informer recently chatted with Sega content production department, whoever that name is, to find out what the Japanese company's future plans are. As we all know, Sega has a number of prolific franchises, which it has benched and is looking to research it. I'm tired. I must be tired. Some of these with a modern twist. While a number of series have already been announced by the company, they also have some undisclosed retro projects in the works for franchises which have been long since dormant. All right, let's see. So it says Art of Vengeance isn't the only legacy IP returning in the near future. Franchises like Crazy Taxi, Jet Set Radio, Golden Axe is so good, Streets of Rage will also announce in the 2023 teaser video. We can't talk in details about anything, but that being said, we are considering several projects and are working on several projects. We're considering several projects and we're working on several projects. It says not only games, but also other things that have been announced already. We're already looking forward to growing several of our IPs and making sure that they have several fun things coming up in the future. You're right. It's about that sheep time, right? It says, my nephew did that to my brother-in-law's driveway. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, man. Oh, man. I was like, man, come on, man. Killing me softly. JoJo did. Boy, it is storming around here in Georgia. I guess some people was out there shooting, and the Lord said, "Nah, man, get some rain on you." All right, so listen, hey, we know. Listen, if you've been hitting around the block, you know this story. At H Brazil, put it out there about, hey, there could be, he heard rumors that there could be a direct either before or after the launch of the system. Logically, I think after the system works the best, but man, if they drop it before, I will be super duper happy, because I like the fact that Nintendo will make that kind of bold of a statement. Quay says, I really like the systems hit and run, the Crazy Taxi clone. Yeah. The Simpsons, I played that in the arcade all the time. That was super fun. CMG says Sega is still in it. Yeah. They listen, they got the IEP to definitely, keep them around. You tend to forget, Persona and Shin Megami Tensei, them all Sega properties. So let's look at the poll real quick where we currently stands. The current winner right now is half of y'all believe that the direct will happen a week after the launch of the Switch 2. I just think that that's just the logical choice, but man, do I want it to become beforehand, because I think that would like send shockwaves throughout the whole industry. All right, let's see. Donkey Kong Bonanza for Switch 2 is $7 cheaper at Costco's. Let's see. The Nintendo Switch 2 isn't even out yet. It's coming June 5th. And one of its launch window games already has a pre-order discount at Costco's. With a membership, you can get Donkey Kong Bonanza, the first 3D platformer for this character since the Donkey Kong 64, for $62.99. Okay, so that's now. See, you might, Jay Biggs, you might want to look at the Costco's, man. $62.99 ain't pretty. That's pretty good. I take $7 off. I know how much gas is. Shoot, that's 2 gallons of gas right there. A $7 discount might not seem like much to write home about, but it's notable given that Nintendo games rarely go on sale, and any discount in this economy is a win. Bonanza launches July 17th. He said, for some reason, I trust Best Buy. I'm going with GameStop. Say, to me, if I were you, CMG, I would get out midnight and go with Best Buy, because Best Buy is going to be open up at midnight. I would go with Best Buy. And then if I failed at Best Buy, I would go with GameStop in the morning. That's what I would do. I think Best Buy is probably going to have more systems. I believe, depending on how popular the GameStop is that's close to you. And the key is, listen, are you going out there at midnight on the 4th? If you go out there at midnight on the 4th, you got to go there early, because GameStop opens up at 9 p.m. I don't know if it's like this everywhere. I don't know if this particular store is inside the mall that you're going to. If you know this is inside the mall and they're not having a midnight release, Best Buy first. That's how you do it. And then whoever they got one inside a mall, then you go the next day at the mall. CMG says GameStop's supposed to have Switch 2s on June 4th at 3 p.m. Ooh-wee. That's a little different. That's a little different. Well, then, yeah, I would probably roll GameStop first, and then if that didn't work out, then I would probably do Best Buy. At least you'll know early enough to say, all right, this fails. Let me go to GameStop. It says Best Buy is at midnight, June 5th, and it may be a line. So it's midnight June 5th, but you know it. So like June 4th, you should be straight. That's why I would go to GameStop at June 4th and see, you can get you one. If you can't get you one, it's too much of a line, then I would just say, hey, forget it. I'm going out here to Best Buy. Go ahead and get you some Five Guys and just sit in line. So I will send it to you on Discord. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see if any more other stories. I'm trying to think. Already, listen, look at it. Already, split fiction physical copies for the Switch 2 spotted in the wild. It says, I think it seems that the first Nintendo Switch 2 physical games has been spotted in the wild less than 2 weeks before launch. The game was spotted is split fiction in the photo posted by Redditor. I bet money. Let me see. Let me look at this here. I bet money some of these games are being delivered to some GameStop, some other places, and people are just grabbing, taking pictures, and calling it to say it's in the wild. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm telling you, I'm going this this summer. Is that I'm not gonna read this whole review, but the mere fact that the Nintendo Land looks good, and I'm all about that. I hope I can take my nice camera in there and get some good pictures. A land filled with magic, monsters, dragons, stars, plumbers that lives up to the name and then some. This is Epic Universe out of Florida. This should be real good. I'm definitely going this summer. Florida, I mean, Orlando's about 7 hours from us. It's like a 7-hour drive. We are definitely looking forward to going this year. You know, we probably would have went a little sooner until my son decided to go Grand Theft Auto in the garage. Quake 11 says, I saw Switch OLEDs on sale for $199 at Costco last month as they're trying to clear stock for Switch 2. Yeah, they probably bought a lot of those things. $199, that's a good price. Excuse me. That's a real good price. Now, listen. Now, the price of, listen, I want to take a look at this case because I think it's kind of dope. But man, I'm not paying the price for it. It says the Nintendo Today app has posted a video showing off the Nintendo Switch 2 all-in-one carrying case. The carrying case contains different compartments that allow you to bring around everything that you need for your Nintendo Switch 2. These compartments include a space for your Nintendo Switch 2 system, 2 Joy-Con controllers, detached 1 Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, 1 AC adapter, 1 Joy-Con grip, 2 Joy-Con straps, 6 game cards, and a power/HDMI cable. One Switch game, the rest of them Switch. One Switch 2 game, the rest of them Switch 1 games. Okay, that's a nice little carrying case. However, how much is the carrying case? It's like 90. It's like almost $90. I ain't paying that for no Nintendo Switch 2 case. When I know somebody on Amazon gonna have one for like $14.99. This is a quick comparison of how the Switch 2 box looks compared to the Switch 1. And the Switch 2 box looks a little fatter, a little shorter. It look like Mario and Luigi. Is that I just sent you, on Discord about the GameStop having Switch 2s on June 4th for pre-order. I'll send it for everyone. Oh, let's pull it up. Let's see if you put it in the chat. Oh, buddy, CMG, my guy. Check this one out right here. Didn't pre-order Switch 2? We got you. It's additional Switch 2 units will be available in-store and online on launch while supplies last. Launch event begins in-store at 3 p.m. local, and on June 4th, Switch 2 pickup starts 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. Pacific Time. Get 40% extra trade-in credit on any video game traded towards Nintendo Switch 2 games or accessories until 5/31. Ooh. That's what I'm trying to look through my games now to say, man, I got some games. I know I got some games I can trade in. I gotta make it happen. Appreciate you, CMG, with the relay of information on. I'm going to use this tomorrow for this. I'm going to use this tomorrow for my my TikTok reel. Appreciate you, my brother. Save me some work. All right, let's look back and see if there's anything else I didn't cover that need to be covered. I'm gonna check a couple of my sites that I check on the regular. Nintendo Soup is one of my favorites. Okay, there, but say. Nope, I think I got everything. Okay, so before I get off the stream, I just want to cover this here real quick. This is all I want from Cyberpunk. I just want it to run well. It don't have to be visually on par with the PS5. You know, I thank God it looks better than PS4, but I want it to run well. That's my only issue. If it's 40 frames per second, man, let them 40 frames run and be good. I just want to have a good time and a good experience with the game. That's it. I want fast load times. My biggest, the one, couple of things that I'm looking for in the Switch 2 is how fast games load. I want a good, fast experience. And if I can get that, then I'll be all right. I'm going to be all right. But I'm not going to be able to download everything, I know for sure, because I'm going to be trying to hit the road and get on a plane real soon. But I'm going to try to download as much as I can and make sure I have a good experience. That's all I want. All right, good people, listen, man. Listen, it is that time. We are at 11:36 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, approaching midnight. That's a long time. I've been streaming a long time. But we had some good conversations. I enjoyed it. So let's get into the Willie Will with sex appeal. That's what they call my brother. My brother's name is William. They just call him Willie Will with sex appeal. Boy, the girls used to like my brother Willie. I introduced him to his wife because I thought, man, this girl is fine, but she's older than me. But I said, if I think she's fine, then she gonna be fine for my brother. And my brother saw it. He was like, good looking. And they've been together ever since. Shout out to me. CMG says, I'm getting the cheap case on Amazon for like $13. Bucks for the Switch 2, and it comes with a case. Listen, I've purchased a bunch of stuff that I'm going to review. And I hope like with the Switch 1, a lot of different companies started tagging me and asking me to review their stuff. So I'm hoping that kind of happens again this go around. So I'm trying to get it in where I fit in, my brother. So listen, I understand that $13 is $13. I'm gonna review everything I can. That's gonna be my get back on my content grind. All right, Good people, listen, you know how we do. It is that time for wheel time. And if you hear the words of my boy Peter Griff, and that means you will be out of here because it's wheel time. All right, good people, listen, it's late. So let's get into it. Let's start it off with the sheep. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Peace flutter. Peace flutter's out of here like he's our first one off the board tonight. There it is. All right, up next to catch the flex. Who will be our first loser tonight? And it will be Guerrilla Tactics, who not even hit tonight. You lose. But he's out of here. So I love Switch Accessories ability. It really changes you interact with the console. Yeah. I like doing them, man. You know, because you kind of like, man, you kind of think about it like, you know, what would I want to see? What would I want to know? That's how I try to approach it. Like, what would I want to know from this particular item before I decide to buy it? And I try my best to put as much as I can in it. Up next, catch a flake. God almighty, CMG, man. God almighty, exit left. CMG's off the board, ladies and gentlemen, but he's still on the board because he is a member of the channel. We up next to catch a flex. Who will it be? Who will it be? My boy. Uh-oh. Kind of close, but I think it's going to be Pasta. All right, keep it moving and flowing. We had 38 people, ladies and gentlemen. 38 people left on the wheels of steel. So we find out who's up next to catch a flex. God almighty, CMG2 going back to back. God almighty, got to be more careful. I think Google don't like you, CMG. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Steve M is out of here. We will keep that wheel spinning for the winning. Down to 36 in the mix. Uh-oh, getting kind of close. But Quake 311 is out of here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, last week's winner, but this week's loser, Phantom Katrina, is out of here. All right. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be Bazzett 24/7. YT. You lose. He's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We keep that wheel spinning for the winning. Who's up next to catch all the flex? Sonic Knuckle Tails is out of here. All right. J Biggs, New York. You lose. Is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out. All right, we down to 31 and Moet 4529 is out of here. All right, let's keep this wheel moving. Don't stop till you get enough. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is a geeky chick.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, ma'am. All right, keep it moving. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be my brother, Breaking Bad 881.
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
All right. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, will be our second loser of the night. We call him loser number 2, and it's going to be Jack Black 12.
You lose.
It's out of here. 27 left on the wheels of steel. Uh-oh, it's getting close. Multi-Man 101 is out of here.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. But Multi-Man 101 is on here again because if Gamey Dad wins tonight, his winners go to him. All right, let's keep it moving and go down to 26 in the mix. ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our winner tonight. You know how we do our special winner. And give it up for Ford Track 800. He is our special winner, but you know how we do.
Fight!
Better luck next time. Slug heads.
All right. Who's up next to catch the flex? It will be, ooh-wee. Guerrilla Tactics 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Very good. You know something?
No, sir, for you! Come back!
1 year.
Next!
All right. Who's up next to catch the flex? Who will be next out of the winner's circle? It will be You Smoke Mids. Is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it moving and grooving. We're down to 23. Michael Jordan in the building. Oh, look, it's going to be Megan. Oh, not Megan. Megan is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. And up next to catch the flex, it will be Tormentor 20. We're going to keep this wheel spinning for the win. Down to 21 people left on the wheels of steel. Who's up next? Catch the flex. It's going to be your boy. It might be your boy. Gaming Dad has bit the dust.
You lose.
Gaming Dad's off the board, ladies and gentlemen. So that means our new guy is off the board as well. Thank you for coming through, my friend. But up next to catch the flex, it will be Montrack 3. Please exit left. Blowing him off the board as he goes. So we keep it up down to 19 people. Who will it be? Tariq. Get out of here. What did the sheep say? What did the sheep say? Coffee? Coffee with Games, man. Thank you for coming through, man, hanging out with us, man. We had a good time in your conversation. Appreciate you. Hope you come back next Monday, same time, same bat station. All right. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Oxford Trapper. He is out of here. All right, we're down to 16 people on the wheels of steel. Who would it be? It's coming down. Captain C. Who would it be? I think it's you.
You lose.
Captain C is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 15 people. Let's keep it moving and grooving. Who's up next to catch the flag? Uh-oh, it's getting close. My girl Ellen barely get, but Dion. Another one bites the dust. Ah. All right. Who's up next? Like it's going to be Bazzett 24/7 TV. All right. Old school, new school. Holly Pinky in the building is out of here. Audi 5000G. All right, we're down to 12. New Cat 7
You lose.
is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We keep it moving. We're down to 11. Ooh, it's getting close. Oh, Geeky is out of here. All right. I'm not going to jinx nobody by saying no names. We'll keep it moving. We're down to 10 for the win. Supersonic saved by grace, but not on the wheel today. Please exit left. Uh-oh. Supersonic saved by grace, so you didn't get removed, but I'm going to remove you. I'm going to rework this wheel because Supersonic saved by grace was not removed. Let's see. All right. Now we run that round. To be fair. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh, look like it's gonna be let's go. Dave. Oh, my son bit the dust. God almighty. It was so close. So close. All right, who's up next to catch a flex? Like it's gonna be. Oh, not Kiki's mom. Kiki's mom. Kiki's mom. All right, we're down to 7, the number of completion. And up next to catch a flex, West Side in the building. Dub City is out of here.
You lose.
Dub City is off the board, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 6 in the mix. Who will it be? Who will it be? Who would it be? Who would it be? K1 in the building. He made it, but no cigar for you. All right. We're down to 5 before the final 4. Who's the next one out the door? Oh, Candy cuts it up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on the board, it will be somebody new tonight. We got newcomer Cold Cuts in the building. Smooth Life in the building. Newcomers in the Wheels of Steel. And we got Kraken Shell 5 and Ricardo for the final 4. But 2 got to go first. Who's up next to catch all the flex and get up out of here will be newcomer tonight, Cold Cuts. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. You came close, man. You made it to the final 4. Appreciate you, man. We live every Monday night, man. Come on back. We give out a free eShot card every Monday night. And up next to catch the flex will be Kraken Shell 5 all the way live.
You lose.
But you out of here, my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're down to our final round. We got Ricardo and Smooth Life in the building. But there can only be one winner. Nick Cannon on the drums, ladies and gentlemen. Hit me one time, please. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our winner tonight will be, ladies and gentlemen, the first time in Gaming Dad history, a newcomer to the stream takes the W. Ricardo, hey, you out of here.
You lose.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids, give it up for Smooth Life. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Smooth Life is our winner of our $10 eShot card. Smooth Life, man. Listen, hey, this is how you get your winnings. I need you to join my Discord so I can send it to you directly. Let me get you the information, and I will put it in the chat. Hopefully sooner than later. Copy link. I'm trying to say, hold on. I got to do it on YouTube. Give me 1 second. That's right. Say congrats. Show him some love in the chat. All right. I put my Discord in the chat. Feel free to see if I can pin the comment. All right, so I pinned the comment. Definitely Smooth Life. You got 2 weeks, man. So if I don't see you, if you don't go back and look at the video today, maybe next week you can hop on and I can tell you that you won. I can give you win this next week if I don't see you. But all you got to do is send me a message on Discord and let me accept you as a friend, and we take it from there, man. And I'll send you the card. All right, good people. Listen, man, thank y'all for hanging out with me, man. I know it's kind of late, and usually we don't go this late, but we went late today. But let me just get my pray in on like I always do. I love to pray for y'all, man. So just if you get a chance, man, wherever you at, man, just bow your heads, man. We just got a couple of things we got to pray for. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I pray, Lord, your mercy, your grace, and your healing hands be upon everyone that was here today, Lord. I'd like to say a special prayer, Lord, for Gorilla Tactic's mom, Lord, who is fighting and battling cancer, Lord. I pray, Lord, that you provide their family, Lord, with the knowledge and the will, Lord, to be able to fight that cancer battle, Lord, in conjunction, Lord, for whatever their doctors may say. I believe, Lord, there's some healthier ways, Lord, in which you can fight these cancers, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that she goes all in and she's able to do it, Lord. I just pray, Lord, that you bless the family during these times. And I pray, Lord, that you bless healing for both the heart and mind for them and the entire family. I pray, Lord, that you bless all those who are here today, Lord. I like to pray, Lord, that you bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially, Lord, that you go before them, Lord, and go before their decisions, Lord, and guide them, Lord, down the right paths. I pray, Lord, that you bless their relationship with their children, and pray, Lord, that you bless their relationship with their friends. I pray, Lord, you bring good friends and good people into their environment, Lord, that they can be able to prosper and serve you correctly. I thank you for this opportunity in this evening, Lord, to be able to praise your holy name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Good people. I didn't forget GT's mom. I made sure I got it in there. Good people, this is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Thank y'all, man. Y'all get a chance, man. Say a prayer for GT's mom, man, who's fighting cancer right now. I think anytime when you got your mom and she's in a state where she can't be as strong as she has been for you, it can take a toll on you. It can take a toll on anybody. I just pray, Lord, that you guys taking some time out your day and pray for him and pray, Lord, that his mom is able to fight and beat this thing and live a long time. They got a new grandbaby. And that grandbaby need all the love that the grandbaby can get. So I just pray, Lord, that your hands be upon their family right now. In the name of Jesus, amen. Good people, this is your boy, Good Night Gamers. Amen. Dion in the building. Dion, you came close tonight. Came close. But good people, this is your boy Gaming Dad. Listen, man, I will see you guys on Monday. I'm getting ready to drive to Detroit tomorrow. And I gotta take some pictures of my son's prom, get that out of the way, and then I'll be back on Friday morning, which I gotta work, and then hopefully I can get some sleep by Sunday. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Love y'all. Have a good night. And in the immortal words of Don Cornelius, peace, love, and soul. Good people. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and hopefully when I find the right button, I can say Audi 5000G, but I can't find it. There we go. There we go. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Peace out, man. Have a good night. I'm Audi 5000G. Peace.